Okay, so let me just fix that music. So welcome to our Star Wars session number 60, with our characters being up to Season 5, Episode 10. So, tonight at the table we have Mike.
Hello, I play Brum Brum Crash, a Gungan pilot, speed racer, ship racer extraordinaire from the Panorama Mountains of Naboo, and I have been building my ship, the Cyborg Pegasus.
It's finally ready for its maiden flight.
Hooray!
Let's hope it doesn't go boom.
No.
Also at the table we have Ariadna.
Then a true striker. That's who we have. I don't know who this Ariadna is. Otherwise known as Thea. I'd say intrepid leader. Getting more confidence as a leader since we actually earned... Did we earn somewhere like 100,000 or like 90,000 credits just doing freighting cargo last lot?
You did. 90,000 credits you went amongst the four of you.
Speaker of Wookiee and Jawa, skip tracer, hard-boiled, good cop, martial artist, big game hunter, stalker. Not necessarily badass Mandalorian, but trying to get there.
Yes, you have quite a few things under your belt for ability to do stuff. Online we have Kesley.
Hello. I am playing the newly updated Kayana Gateway, martial artist, bodyguard of the clan, person who was in charge but now is back in second or third position, depending on who you're asking. And she was somebody who was by the book and now is learning to go with the flow a little bit more. So that's me.
Yes. Next up we have is Ross.
Yes, I'm playing Khalid, who's now certified droid tech. Is now looking for something to experiment on. Used to be the enforcer, but now I've gone down more of the technical path of making stuff and modifying stuff.
Well, to be fair, you were still specializing in enforcement and armor usage, not in building things. So with Enforcer Tier 3 and Gadgeteer Tier 3, they're both strong fighting classes.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm about to start on my path of modifying droids and that.
Yep, that will give you a place to grow from. And then that brings us to Mark.
Hi, I'm playing Ash, the actual badass, Death Watch member of the team. That's pretty much it, yeah. And I think Thayer's doing a wonderful job leading the team.
Did you hear the compliments there?
I think I did, but my brain wasn't...
You are doing wonderful as a leader.
Yay! Thank you.
That's why I thought I'd point out to you because it didn't look like you'd noticed.
No, I'm struggling to process at the moment. Sorry.
I understand. That's why I will repeat things.
My
as
rib
needed.
cages is burning, and I'm hoping it'll calm down.
Characters have done quite a few things of late, which include, but not limited to, finally updating most of the characters that we will have to get Mark in some downtime between this session and the next to get Ash up to date.
Mm-hmm.
As I finally gotten Thea, Kayana, Broom Broom, and Khalid up to scratch, so Thea will need a little more work.
I was going to say, I think we last did mine 4 or 5 weeks ago, but it wasn't that long.
We had a bit extra to add to yours, but I needed to do some more work to make it work.
Mm.
So there's stuff in the background that your character can then buy. And Marks will be joining them shortly with his ability to blow things up, I'm sure. Especially with Death Watch and Heavy being his two initial specializations.
Death Watch is a specialization.
Yes, well, he's got Death Watch Warrior as his specialization.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's
big
interesting.
gun guy.
Yes, but Heavy is the big gun guy.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
Death Watch is what in particular?
Death Watch is the
angry
ability
big gun
to
guy.
use armor and jetpacks and stuff.
Oh, I see. Yep.
So,
Okay.
I'm going with angry big gun guy.
okay, so last session we had you. Well, we've done quite a few things over the last few sessions. So instead of reminding you what it is, I'll have characters tell each other. As you've just rocked up back into the station after successfully doing a few gigs. It is currently on day 176 of the year, which is month 6, day 8. With that in mind, Ash has gained himself another 400 credits.
So did Ash just say that he's a Gungan?
No.
Because he
No.
said he's a big gun guy.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh, now that's that. Okay, coloured on the black.
Extra
the
points
black.
for that one.
Yeah, actually.
I don't know. I think he's earned himself some bonus. I don't know what Martin's gonna do, but
Misa say that's blasphemy.
So Ash gets himself 400 credits for his skills so far from the clan. Broom Broom Crash earns himself 1600 credits on top of the other credits you've gotten.
Mm-hmm.
That's additional to you. Khalid gets 1600 credits. Kayana gets back paid for all the stuff she's missed, so she gets 9,000 credits.
what? She gets back paid? Oh.
That's
Well,
okay.
she has been away. Well,
Yeah, but then she gets
previous session.
then she gets the back taxes of the clan as well, so that's another 8,000 that she just lost.
So on previous sessions, we did get Brum Brum did get back paid as well.
I was just teasing.
All good. And
Yeah, but that went straight to the ship, so
I'm
really
referring
fast
back
as
to the
paid.
session where I was the only one who turned up, and I'm like, I should get extra credits because I turned up and I updated my character.
And Thea gets 1,100 credits.
Really? Only 1,000? Why not 1,600 like everyone else?
That's because you've got more things to build on your character.
Oh, okay. Now, I don't know.
You probably won't, you won't be getting specializations with those, so it won't make much of a difference.
Oh, you mean I'm the leader? I'm the lowest paid?
I'm just feeding a loft cap, so
no.
I'll be back shortly.
Ash is the lowest paid. Is a third of your income.
Oh yeah, I'm noticing this, by the way. Just let you know.
Yeah. But how is Broom Broom and Khalid earning 500 more than I am? I need to. That 95,000 that I helped acquire. I reckon I should be taking an extra cut.
Okay, so with
I'm joking, of course.
giving money back to the clan, I'm assuming you did that with the money you got.
Yeah, we have to because it's aside from ship expenses and unless we're buying like new armor and things like that. But I don't know that we're going on any spending sprees.
So that means that the people who are on that session, which is Thea, Khalid, Brum Brum, and Ash, each of you got an extra 9 grand for that.
Right, so I add 9 grand to what I've got now. Yes?
Yep.
Right, okay.
How much of that do we need to give to the clan though?
That's after what the clan took.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, so
They gave each of you 10% of the take. Which is not bad because it would have been 10% shared amongst you all.
plus 9,000. Well,
So your characters do have a fair bit of money behind you now without having to sell kyber crystals to get it.
Oh, do not mention that thing.
Okay, so yes,
I got to over 10.
of note, as you guys catch up we have the return of Kayana. And what does Kayana tell everyone she's been up to?
I have been working on some additional training for myself, and I have been doing some bodyguarding for some other like single dignitaries going on some clandestine mission stuff. That's what I'm saying is what happened.
Okay, so as you come back, you see the clan giving each of the rest of them cash that you didn't get paid for.
That's fair. I didn't do that work, so I have to earn my keep. That is the whole point of me doing my training, so that I can earn my keep like them.
And you see that the cyborg Pegasus has powered up for the first time.
Ooh, I will give Vroom Vroom a nice compliment once I keep it.
Yeah, I just don't like the name. So when are you going to put a brain in them?
Sorry, what's this?
The cyborg Pegasus.
Oh, okay, right. Don't like the name. It's a pretty cool name.
When, like, auto.
Well, you need some organic in there. So you're going to have what, an organic computer or something?
Oh, as in like a
cyborg.
Well, you got a cyborg in the party. Just plug his arm into it.
I could put a little BD1 unit in there.
BB1 unit's not biological.
Oh, okay.
He's got a cat.
Let's say I think we have the low cats running around. Pretty sure both you and I are missing an arm and have cybernetic arms. I think we got this cyborg covered.
Yeah, I am not really a cat person, so a lolcat is not high on my priority.
That is fair. And looking at it, it is a sleek-looking starship, and I'm sure it's got colours painted on it that normal people can't see, but Gungans can see clearly.
Misa can see all the colours of the rainbow, especially red, because red will make it go faster.
And flames, and definitely like a nice pinstripe flame job as well.
It's kind of, I guess the best way to describe it is, like camo. So it's red camo.
Red camo is not a bad look necessarily.
And it is a bit smaller than you expected for what it can do.
But it can seat 12?
You can seat 12.
12 people?
It's pretty good.
Which is considering it is about the size of a X-Wing or Y-Wing. It's almost half the size of the other people's freighter. Yeah, they can do so much more.
Because Misa built it.
It's a racing shuttle. Could have been worse. It could have been clunkier and bigger.
Yes, but no, that's not the goal. Speed.
Okay. So who gives Kayana a update on what you've been doing?
On what Khalid...
What the party's been doing while Kayana's been away?
Yep. Well, we all could, really.
That's why I asked who was going to. As the player has not seen the videos yet.
Oh, hasn't she? Oh, well, in that case, secret squirrel business. No, I'm kidding. She probably doesn't know what a squirrel is.
Secret Lothcat
cat
business.
Yeah.
Lothcat business.
Lothcat business. So, we're meeting up on the space station, Martin, I presume?
You are meeting up on the space station.
So I'll basically say we've been doing sorry, my brain can't think of transport smuggling. No, we don't want to use that job.
Ash is happy to tap you on the shoulder and take over if you'd like.
Yeah, that would work.
So Ash goes, well, should see Thayer in action. It was awesome. We just, these missions we did, and the ships I shot down, and the way Carla did all these action replays and these big duels, it was just amazing. We did lots of stuff. Too much to talk about.
You did shoot down some TIE fighters.
You shot down quite a few.
Shot down, was it 4 or 5 TIE fighters? 5 TIE. Yeah, you don't want to underwhelm that.
Yeah. And
I would say with Karen, she'll
I
have
demonstrate
like
my technique. Yeah, demonstrate my technique of bing bam bam bam. Yeah.
So does that mean that on somewhere on your armor you've got 5 TIE fighters?
He did mark a kill count. Where did you mark your kill count? On your ship?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on my ship. Yeah.
But it wasn't your ship that used it.
No. I put it on my ship, but I still shot him down. It still counts.
Yeah, I reckon you should stick it on your armor.
I'm looking into that as a law thing. I'm just checking out Deathwatch law. So just bear with me while I'm doing that. I don't know if I can. Yeah.
Kayana will have like hands behind her back and like give like a good nod. Sounds like a pretty good mission for the team, and definitely excited to see what further shenanigans we can get up to.
Well, so they fought against Thrawn. Or against Thrawn.
I had a duel with Thrawn. I did.
And you survived.
Not forget about it. Yes, but I think I would have survived either way because he wants something from us. So I don't think that was ever.
What if you want from us?
What if I talked too much?
No, what does he want from us?
Oh, what does he want from us? Oh, he wants us to be his spies.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's faction sabotaging inside the Imperial. Something's going on.
So
What's going on there?
He's been watching those of us who used to work for. So when we met him on Elrood, those of us so yourself and Khalid and me, he's been watching us since Elrood. Basically, he knows what we're up to and a lot about where we've been, which is really concerning. A part of me feels because he left us in a jail for 12 months and, could have possibly have gotten us out, but
not unlikely.
He was fishing for what we knew about the Empire's plans and also fishing for what we knew about what was happening in general. But also I think he was fishing for what the Mandalorians are up to. And he gave us a comm, basically, to privately contact him. We've since removed the tracker from that comm. And
I'm guessing that is definitely being tracked.
Sorry, what was that?
I was gonna say, like, that's definitely being tracked.
Oh yeah. We stopped off at Lathram and disconnected it before, and I discussed all of this with Captain Dom and Chandradel before we did all of that. The thing that concerns me is less that Thrawn, that we had that interaction with Thrawn, and more that while we were on Elrood, there were a part of what happened was we were participating in games that they were having. So one of the highlights that Khalid hasn't mentioned yet was that he fought Black Christian and lived.
Wow.
And has kindly not
Yeah,
mentioned.
it was a draw.
Yeah. And
That's
he
impressive.
kindly hasn't harassed me over the fact that 2 times he's followed me into a duel, and twice he's had to fight a Wookiee, and twice he's almost died.
He's a specialist.
No, the one that I nearly died wasn't a Wookiee.
No, I know, but technically.
The one that, well, actually, I did die due to the fact that I needed to die to hide that the fact. Yeah.
But it was while we were doing these duels, and we were about to depart, an Inquisitor turned up with a lightsaber. And he was coming for our ship just as we were leaving Elrood. Fortunately, we got out of there in time. That's kind of my bigger concern, because Inquisitors aren't anything you really want to mess with.
And I would interject saying there was a Grand Inquisitor and there was another couple Inquisitors, I think.
Was there? Yep.
There were 3 Inquisitors in total.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, even without notes, I do well.
Yeah. Look, if I didn't have notes, I probably wouldn't even get that far.
And
Well, that is concerning.
also, Ash hasn't used his gun for a while. It's been very unique for him not to do that.
You got to shoot down 5 TIE fighters.
Yeah, but it's not my gun. It's just a shoot gun.
All right. Thea rolls her eyes because she's like, you got to use a gun.
Yeah.
I suppose so, I say.
You said you wanted to blow things up.
Well, it's true. You helped me, and thank you very much. But yeah, we have a lot of new friends, enemies, friends kind of.
Frenemies?
Yeah.
I'd say Thrawn's a frenemy. I would say the Inquisitors are just
Enemies.
yeah, just straight out.
Well-
Like if you could go to worse than an enemy, yeah, I'd go worse.
Well, the fact that they didn't care about anything and just murdered everybody.
Mm.
Nemesis, perhaps.
So there was that.
Alright.
Remember what did you?
Well, went through working on my ship and doing all the
Repairs?
upgrades.
Well, it wasn't repairs, he was building it from
Oh,
scratch.
building, yeah.
So, building it, and whilst building it, implementing upgrades at time of construction.
And trying to stop Wookiees and Coinoites from killing each other.
And there is that, and working on the security system for my ship so that no other Gungans can, particularly my family members, or remaining family members, can fly my ship.
So it's DNA loss.
Yes. Because, learning lesson, and implementing solution.
And it's also got customized controls that give Broom Broom bonuses when Broom Broom's flying instead of anyone else.
Yes.
Does it have a slot for an astromech?
It does not, because it's not a starship. It's not a starfighter. It's an actual shuttle class.
Okay, so what is it? It's got a dedicated astro.
It has
Mech in there?
It has a dedicated computer, whereas starfighters do not have a computer core for astrogation. It relies on the astromechs to do that. Though some starfighters can get it put on.
Was there anything else we missed? I think that was everything. I think the Thrawn was a... And the Inquisitors were
Yeah, I'm sort of worried about the Inquisitors. 'cause
Oh,
we
I'm
definitely
a
do not
lot
want to run
worried.
into them.
There's no sort of...
Yeah, so we'll probably have to get something that go into the Mandalorian history and study about combating Force users.
Although they're kind of just... She'll just look downwards and off to the side, because that's something she's already doing, but she's not really advertising it.
Okay, so while you're in the middle of doing that, you get a call from Dom, Captain Dom.
Yep.
Asking,
Hi, Captain Dom.
asking to meet with you when possible.
Right now is possible. We'll head over to his office.
Yep. He's still got his office in the command center.
Mm-hmm.
And on the way through, the coffee droid gives everyone a beverage.
And Coffee Droid gets lots of kudos, and I even spend some time asking the Coffee Droid how it is, even if it just beeps at me.
It happily beats at you.
I don't take one.
One day I'm going to understand what the Coffee Droid says.
Yeah. Oh, I just reply back what the coffee droid said.
Oh, okay.
It's talking about brews and quality of brews.
This is why I appreciate our conversations, I tell the Coffee Droid.
Okay, so how many different brews does he have?
He has a library of over 1 million different forms of producing coffee. He didn't go for the language update, he went for the coffee brewing update.
Okay, so what are you capable of brewing on the spot?
It basically says it can brew over 5,000 different versions of coffee right now.
Okay, I'll grab the list and give it to Thea, saying, this is what he can make right now.
It starts beeping you the list. Item
Yep.
1, beep, 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 beep.
No,
beep,
no,
beep. Item 2,
just-
beep, 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 beep.
I'm just
Yeah.
going to ask him for something from the traditional Mandalorian recipes.
While this happens, can I just keep walking and walk to the...
You can, while you're watching Khalid have an argument with the droid that's just beeping at him.
Yeah, I feel that this... I don't like droids on this particular headquarters at the moment still. I still have an issue from previous...
Oh, that's right, we've still got those big battle droids that are killbots.
No,
No,
we
that
That are
don't.
medical droids.
No.
The medical
Oh,
droid
we
would
got
be
the
right,
medical
yeah.
droids, but yeah, I thought you were talking about a different kill droid.
No, I still have a bit of a fear of
No.
droids at the moment. So.
No, I think all those droids got destroyed, correct?
I don't remember which droid you're talking about.
The ones that was in the
Look,
generator.
no, we don't look. There were no droids. I'm trying to give you a look that says we don't admit to even seeing those droids, and what happened to them.
The correct way of doing it is these are not the droids you're looking for.
No one talks about droid club.
Yeah.
Yes.
Basically, we don't mention the Mandalorian Berserker droids that are practically indestructible that we did not
These are the
find
droids you're looking
on an old Mandalorian, Star Destroyer. We don't talk about that.
Okay.
I just had a
That's
shudder
the
of the
droid.
droid.
I'm just talking about the ones that we ran into down here. They weren't Mandalorian ones.
Which ones are you talking about?
The ancient Sith droids that were on the station.
Oh, okay. Which ancient on the
The ones that when you first got to the station that you fought.
Okay. Yeah, no, I don't remember those at all.
Yeah, that's the one that I'm saying that I don't think we've got any left.
No,
Did-
I-
yeah, were they the battle
They were
assassin droids? Okay. Yep. Sorry, no, I forgot all about those. I apologise.
Yeah.
All
They all
that crap
self-destruct, correct?
No, they were destroyed.
Yeah.
If they self-destructed, the station would have gone with it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I believe
all destroyed,
B1 took care of most of them.
Okay, so yes, after that discussion, you find yourself in the office.
Yep.
With a few people waiting for you to get there.
I needed coffee. I make sure though that I bring Captain Dom coffee too.
He's got
I informed the captain that they were just getting coffee on the way. So.
he's got a coffee on his desk when you walk in.
Yeah.
You've got two now.
He needs more coffee. He's got a lot to do.
Okay, he says, glad you're back, but we got a call from one of the crime bosses of the region, Boss Kaggle, asking if you could do an urgent pickup on
Yep.
Marisi. He doesn't say what the cargo is, but He says this one is
They never do.
pure profit for you. You buy the cargo and you sell the cargo. You get all that you make from it. This is basically a thank you for other jobs you've done for him.
Okay. Is that
Does that, I was gonna say, does that mean think that this is another prank that he's playing on other crime boss, or you should be really concerned about what the cargo actually is?
Bit hard to tell, Dom says, but the fact that he's giving you first option on some shady goods is a leg up from making you only get a small portion of the profits.
Of course, I never look that kind of gift in the mouth. But I'm highly suspicious of any crime boss not wanting to take any part of the profits. So
well, he will be selling it to you at a profit because it's his goods.
Oh, so we're buying it off him,
Yes.
and then we'll sell it. Okay.
He's already got a market for where it can be sold. Just that he doesn't want the
He wants a middleman.
less a middleman, more someone else taking on the risk.
Yeah.
Because if it's a middleman, it's still his risk.
Yeah. Sure. We're always in it, right?
So you might need to pull some of your money to pick it up.
Yeah.
But we'll see how good you are
Oh,
at getting through.
I know Kayana's got a bit of cash now.
Each of you should have
I'm
at
joking.
least the same amount. So
Yeah.
yes.
I'm teasing.
So yes, he congratulates you all on the work you've done, and hopes that this will be profitable for you. It says, as this is investing your own cash into it, all the clan is asking in return is 10% of whatever profit you make. So if you can't get back your original stake, then they don't get paid.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we get back at least what we put in.
That's what he says. He's arranged for your ship to be refueled and refurbished.
Oh, nice.
By the time you
Refurbished?
refurbished means it's got all its consumables replaced.
Yes.
Because normally you have 56 days of operation.
Yes, and we were gone for
16 days worth of consumables, even though it was more than 16 days.
Because I've got here 18 days of travel.
Because not all the days use your energy.
Okay, yeah.
So if your ship's sitting on a planet, or if you're just coasting through a star system, it doesn't use up as much energy.
That is good news.
Okay, so yes. He says also might be a good chance to give your racer a run.
Misa says, hoi hoi.
Is that Vroom Vroom's racer?
Yes.
So, he'll follow us in his own racer, or does that dock onto our ship?
It can dock, but it can also travel by itself.
Oh, is this the 12-seater?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the new one. Yeah. Sorry. I'm trying to remember all the things. Do you want something to snack on?
No, I just had the sandwich.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Okay, so yes.
Droids aren't that expensive by the looks of things.
So we'll be also adding droids to the pages soon. I'm just finishing up armor. So you'll see that your armors should all be updated now. And your soak value should be correct.
Does that mean we're all going to end up with our own personal droids? And
Quite possibly. And
I'll just
personal
adopt the
vehicles.
coffee droid. We've got to still fix up our little guy.
So Mark, does your do you believe that all your stuff's correct for your current character?
Yes. I've just got to do those small things with you.
MT 70.
Just got to spend the XP, but besides that, it should now all be up to date for soak
Yeah,
value and defense.
Yeah, the stage now is put around, so I think it's just the
Yep.
And if you scroll down on it, you should see your armor, which tells you how everything was put together.
Yep. I saw that just before. I'd like it to put Ash's armor. It's even better. Special.
Well, I can put custom names on things now with my updates.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Was it the base Mandalorian? Was that 2 or 1?
Base Mandalorian, if you mouse over the name of your armor, it will tell you what the base is. So it is 2 Soak is the base.
Okay, because I've got Superior on my armor, so which brings it up to a Soak of 3, so I should actually have a Soak of 4 with my armor smith.
Every time you say a soak of, I think you're saying Ahsoka.
So with that there, Ross, I didn't actually have the upgrades on your armor, so all I had was Armor Master. So the only person I'd noted down the updates on the website was Mark, so he got the extra stuff added. I'll add everyone else's over the holiday break.
Okay, fair enough.
But it's got the basics of what was already on the pages done. So just because you got the Superior, the Encumbrance is 1 less, and the Soak is 1 higher.
Yeah.
Because Encumbrance is important.
Yes. That's the reason why I got that strength enhancer for Encumbrance.
Okay, so who's travelling with who? As you've got 2 ships.
We've got the bigger cargo ship.
And the 2 ships each have an owner at this stage, whereas Brum Brum is the owner of the racer, and Thea is the owner of the freighter.
So the freighter takes, is it 50 or 20?
It takes 150 units.
Units, and Brum Brum's takes
50.
50, okay.
I actually went through and figured out what it was supposed to take, and it takes 50.
Do we know...
I know 50 units of cargo.
Oh, right, okay.
Do we know how much cargo we're going to be carrying?
That's about how much you spend.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out if we can all go on Brum Brum's ship. It seats 12 and it can fit 50, or whether we get on the 150.
But if we want to
freighter,
make more money, take both ships.
That means 200 units you can purchase instead of just limited amounts.
Otherwise,
okay.
Well, if he's only
what
got 25,
is the size of a unit?
When a unit is 1 point of encumbrance.
That's what I was wondering, if we knew how much stock he's got.
Yeah, I was going on a physical size, because that's not. Is that 1 point encumbrance on us, or 1 point for the ship?
1 point of encumbrance of goods you're putting on the ship.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, for instance, the land speeder that Luke had, how many units would that be classed as, size-wise?
Why do we want to know this?
If you want me to look that stuff up, that's completely different to what we're doing right now.
Okay, I was just trying to grasp the size. What is?
Oh,
the size
you're
of the
trying
unit
to
was.
visualize what kind of size it takes up?
So, speeder bikes would have the equivalent of only 5 encumbrance or less, if that. So,
okay, fair enough.
Mark's weapon would be almost too big for a speeder bike.
Yeah.
Land speeder may have 10 to 15 if you're lucky.
And my ship is probably 20 or 30 or something, is that right? Or 40?
Your starship would have a lot less.
Okay, yeah.
Well, if we think he's got up to 200 units, possibly. I was just thinking if he only had, say, 20 of whatever, then there's no point taking the big ship. But if we think he's got up to 200, well then, yeah, both ships, more the better.
Yep.
I'll have to drive the freighter, because I'll be the best one to buy the freighter otherwise.
Well, no one's driving Brum Brum's ship, I'll tell you that much.
Yep.
I'll give him a look of, really? Sure? Okay.
I already know this. I don't even bother asking. I will get onto our freighter because I'll have astro navigation for...
And Mark and I can actually fly it. So.
Yep.
I will go with Brum Brum then as like his backup.
And Ross?
Probably go with you on the freighter, because then I can also control the shields and other areas as well.
Well,
Yeah.
technically, on the freighter, the only people who control the ship's systems besides repairing the ship are the pilot and co-pilot. Passengers can't actually control ship systems on either ship. Because all the controls are in the cockpit for the pilot and co-pilot. The co-pilot in the freighter is also the engineer station.
Okay. So I actually thought the engineer station was down the back.
That you can repair it down the back. It's not the engineer station.
Okay.
If you're on a larger ship, then they would have dedicated stations to each thing. But you have two fairly small ships.
Yep, fair enough.
The fact that Brum Brums is about the size of a starfighter, yet carries the strength of a freighter, is quite well designed.
That's our ship, isn't it?
Yep, that's your one.
Nice. Okay, so I've got the right stats out. Cool. Thank you.
So, you've been given your coordinates to where to go. You need to go to Mercy.
Yep.
And he's got a contact on one of the one of the cities there. Basically selling out of Orpha City.
Orphus City?
ORFA City.
Orpha.
Yep, Orpha City.
ORFA. Orpha City.
You know the right books.
The right.
They write books.
Oh.
Author.
Right, yes.
Zing.
I am so slow. So slow.
Okay, you're being given clearance to leave. You hear the yell of Ragnarok as the ramp goes up
Is he on the ship or off the ship?
on the ship.
Okay, yep. And my two are probably in my compartment, guarding all the things that are valuable to me. So basically my coffee machine.
Mm-hmm. And you start to head off. So, who's going to be doing your astrogation checks for each ship?
I know I've got 3 ranks in astrogation. And I've got a 4 in intellect. So I will probably do in my ship. Is that correct?
Yeah, correct.
I'll do.
I've only got no ranks. You got ranks, I don't have ranks.
I've got...
I'll do mine.
So, Fair gets 3 yellow, 1 green, 1 blue. Versus 2 purple, 2 red, and 2 black. That's
Is that correct?
Mhm.
Look, I don't actually hate you. Please don't try to kill me. No despair. That's something, right? So
Mhm.
blank comes
goes
just
out.
out straight. Can you see that? So
I
I've got
can
a
see
big
most of
six.
that.
Oh,
So was this for astrogation?
So
Yeah.
that yellow and that red go on.
So are we going to be sharing the coordinates so we both come out of the same spot?
depends on how well this goes.
Okay.
Really, did I do that
I
badly?
think that's
You ended up with 3 threat.
How
as
is
you
it
put in
that-
your coordination.
I don't know why I took ranks in astrogation if this is how it turns out. So what's your dice roll? So is that strain or threat?
That is threat. It can be used as strain, but I've got something else in mind.
Okay, alright. Can I put them to the side while I do Brum Brum's roll?
I might have to do mine.
Yeah, because mine was so bad.
No, I've got a lot. So 3 yellow, 2 green, 1 blue.
Versus 2 red, 2 black, 2 purple.
And
And you can trade blue in to drop black.
You can, yes.
well, in that case, I will go.
Which is what I did because my dogs already hate my guts.
Yay!
No despair, but that doesn't mean you won't end up with what I've got.
It's just I don't.
You do have a triumph in there though, so that's much better than what's going on for me.
I think I fix the camera. Oh no, I did an okay job with the camera, but.
There we go.
So you got a triumph, a 2 successes, and a threat.
So I think you'll be sharing your coordinates with us.
Well, as far as you know, both of you did well.
Oh.
I'm just noticing the trend when I fly with Astro. It's like I always have a problem with that.
Do you have astronavigation?
I don't have any ranks, but I've got 4 dollars, so I'm
Okay.
part of an upgrade. My upgrade, but yeah, it's all good. I don't mind. It makes it more fun if we're not always succeeding.
Oh look, I don't mind if you do astronavigation. I got 3 ranks and 4 intellects. As far as I knew, that's a good set of dice.
It is a good set of dice.
Hopefully, Mark spends some points in it when he
upgrades.
Well, if he wants to be a pilot, he'll probably need to, and he may end up taking some of the pilot specializations.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if he wants to be a security pilot.
But in terms of co-piloting and that, he can't really change what goes on here.
Not really. He's not. Hasn't got.
Although he said he's
bonuses.
piloting, I thought the pilot and the astronavigator are 2 different roles.
The pilot and co-pilot can both do it,
Okay. Yep.
as long as because that's where all the machines, computers are for the starship.
Yep.
So everything's within reach of those 2.
Is this where I turn over a fate die and we roll for Mark and Mark fixes up my mistake?
Okay, so yes, as you reach the jump out point, you both jump away.
Yeah. I have a feeling you're going to be waiting for us.
I was going to say, don't
So we
jump into
didn't
my
share the
I
information.
don't think that's going to happen.
Okay, Ross, so does that mean the leader gives the subordinate the information because the leader's gotten it into the navicomputer?
Yeah, that's what I was thoughting. That basically the leader would have given everybody the coordinates.
Ross, you did see my roll, didn't you? There's 3
But the thing is-
threats sitting there.
Yeah, but the thing is, did you actually think that you actually rolled badly, or that's what I'm just saying?
It was accepted.
Yeah.
It was accepted into the computer. How it turns out, we do not know yet.
Okay, so yes, you believe you have about a day's worth of travel to reach Marissi.
Alright.
As in both ships?
I guess what Ross
That's
wants
what
to
you
know
believe.
is, do we talk to each other before we head off? And like, I've put my coordinates in, this is what I've got.
You can, but you won't know how long it's estimated to get there.
Okay.
And it's not just I put in I'm travelling to Balconen Centre as your thing. It's a whole series of calculations that go into it.
Well, I guess, and I'm not being argumentative in that, if we're both travelling to the same place, wouldn't we, like, if Mike and I were driving to Sydney together, we're driving to a particular address, we both put it into, the map app, and we're given 3 options, wouldn't we decide together which option we would take?
You could, yes, but both of you were in separate ships at the time, doing it separately.
Okay, you
Yeah,
can't...
and the other thing that you would
can
also
talk
need to
about
take
it.
in configuration is both of us got different jump speeds, correct?
Both have different jump speeds
Oh,
and both
I
have
see.
different computers.
I see, okay,
So-
so...
The fact that your ships are slightly different.
Alright, yeah, that makes more
What is
sense.
the hyperdrive on your ship?
How do I find that out?
Should be written on there somewhere. I'll have a quick look for you.
Hull trauma system strain.
Should be at the bottom.
Primary class 4,
So it's
backup class 16.
So you've got a primary hyperdrive and a backup hyperdrive.
Yeah,
Rom only has a primary hyperdrive.
okay, right. What does that mean?
I mean, if his hyperdrive fails, he can't get it back online.
Yeah.
He's got no way of travelling except for normal speed,
Okay, yeah.
which can take years to go between stars.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking, if you're travelling together, wouldn't you make sure that he's successful? Because you wouldn't want to leave
The
him
question
behind.
was, did you upload all your details to him?
Oh,
and Ross was, and that's what I was
Because
trying
they're
to get.
different ships, my
Yes.
details would be useless to him.
Your details won't work exactly the same to him
Yeah,
because
okay.
one, your ship's
Yep.
bigger, your ship has different hardware.
I understand now. I just didn't understand before that.
And your ship's actually travelled the sector more than Brumbrum's has.
Well,
This is its maiden voyage.
and by the looks of things, it's not like the Titanic. It's not going to hit an iceberg.
Yeah, mine probably did. And I've just Kayana's made a good choice. She won't die.
Okay, so travelling through hyperspace in your cyborg Pegasus, you don't even hear any vibrations anywhere. It's so much better than you remember.
It's perfect.
Cruise control.
Just say I'm surprised your ship's not like purpley colour. Limited edition purple.
No, camo red.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
said I'm surprised
Yes.
it's not. Yeah.
Camo red.
And most things still have the plastic safety coverings on them.
And it has that new ship smell.
The new ship smell. Is
It's
that
ocean
the air
smell.
freshener you can get?
Yes, but this one actually has the new ship smell.
Called Oceans Fresh.
Yes.
Yeah. Naboo Fresh.
Yes.
Okay, so
Has
yes,
he updated the insurance?
he hasn't bothered with insurance. They don't accept build yourself as a option for insuring.
How rude.
So no Shannon's. Yeah.
No.
Well, Shannon's, I don't believe you can just say, I built a car that has no current specs, doesn't follow any guideline or template, and is now on the road.
Yeah, if it doesn't meet the ADRs, then...
Considering a lot of the cars on this terrain road required to go through crash testing, and if you've built a unique car, you can't have gone through crash testing. So yes, you'll arrive at Mercy, right above the city where you're supposed to be going down.
As in both ships, or...
Your ship.
Oh, my ship, okay.
Very smooth transition. You're right in the perfect transit lane.
Misa here. Where's Ayusa?
And as all the sensors come online and stuff, you don't see the others at all.
Misa hit the button. Misa here. Where's Ayusa?
And you hear from Starport Control going, "We can see you on screen."
Misa...
Push button to talk.
Misa requesting permission to Lancer.
Usa Lancer on Dock 23.
Misa affirmative.
Flight transit coordinates being beamed to you now.
Misa muy bien.
So it looks like you only have a 15-minute delay on going down until your corridor opens.
Misa say traffic jam.
You see quite a few other ships coming and going in the meantime. Most of those have been waiting longer than you.
Misa was going to say how rude, but okay. Sure. Misa wait turn.
Okay, and by the time you start heading down, the others will appear way out on the edges of the system.
I was gonna say, if we have comms to them, I would just kind of
You can't
poke
even-
fun a little bit at them and just be like, "Hey, where are you guys? You're supposed to be up here."
You can't even see them on screen, they're so far away. You can see where the planets are, because they're easy to pick up. But ships around the planet, no, that's out of central range.
Can we comms to them, or are they out of comms range?
No, they can put out a comms asking, "Where are you?" So yes, you do hear a comms coming from a freighter. What is the freighter marked as? I believe the freighter is currently called the Fumbler, which is its current ID.
Right. Okay.
Because of all the mistakes made.
Right.
I like this name. I feel like it's accurate.
Yep.
Well, it has successfully avoided many ambushes by having terrible hyperspace jumps.
True. True.
Anyone would think that your nav computer has glitches.
Or are we just that elusive?
Our droid tech should probably do that.
And your estimate is that you are about 8 hours from the planet via normal travel.
That new Gungan ship's pretty good. That's all I say.
Well,
You can't even see the Gungan ship where you are.
Well, I'm just saying. Wow, that must have been went really quick. 'Cause I can't see it anywhere. I'm going with Mum. I know. I don't want to upset my leader. Okay. So, I didn't think she needed to be upset right now.
Okay, so yes, you make it down to the planet fairly smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
You're glad you remembered landing struts.
Yep.
And you see your nice shiny starship is now landed on a rather dirty, mangy looking starfield.
Misa say, it's always the way. At least it's not black.
Okay, as you get out, you are greeted warmly by the locals, who throw a wreath of flowers over your head.
Misa say, hoi hoi.
And they say hoi hoi back. And it had to be thrown because, well, you're too tall for them.
Yeah.
They do the same to Kayana.
Diana welcomes this as this is now not her first time to Mercy. Kind of humbly taking it and following Broom Broom along as we now wait for the rest of our party. I'm sure Broom Broom will be shining up his fancy new thing and keeping all the onlookers from touching it.
Misa say, no touching.
Just hit the youngling's hands.
I'm sure that they will definitely get out of your way. No Jawas were harmed in the making of this episode.
Misa say,
Rumbrum needs to get a security droid.
yes.
And you do have quite a few people asking, what model or ship is it?
Model?
Well, considering you custom built it, it's whatever you claim it to be.
It's the Misa version.
It's the Mesa 6000.
Some of them say, we'll have to look that up. Will that be racing in the regatta in the next few months?
Misa say likely, but not sure. Misa not committing to anything just yet.
As you say that, you see some of the racer community news groups coming in with their floating cameras and their microphones going, "Broom broom crash! Broom broom crash! We see you've got a new racer. You got anything to say to your fans?"
Misa say it's good to be back, and Misa looking forward to kicking some butt.
Yeah!
This is better than saying butting some kick.
Yes.
Brom crash. Brom crash.
And yes, there is a whole lot of fan beings around here.
Oh, there we go.
All,
Will you sign my picture?
all asking for you to sign their whatever it is they need signed.
Will you sign my arm?
Miss...
Or their strange limb of some sort.
Sure.
Will you sign my grand's arm? I took it off of her.
By the way, that request was from a Wookiee to sign his arm.
Misa say that escalated quickly. Your grand's arm and your grand isn't attached to it, so yes, that escalated rather quickly.
I'm sure it's a hand-me-down.
You sure it's not second-hand?
Oh no.
Well, I'm sure it's just been passed through the family. So yes, while you're spending all this time signing stuff, eventually the other ship comes in for landing halfway across the city.
Misa simply holds up wrist and taps watch and goes, Misa, on time. You're not.
If Misa remembered, Misa's on a fast ship. We're on a freighter.
Misa arrived accurately on... Misa arrived right over the spot that we were supposed to meet at.
And Ash would go, Misa needs to respect the leader. Misa thinks you need to apologise.
Okay.
Leader did do astronomic check to get us here, so she did a very good job. I mean, I can't wink through comms, can I?
Yes, you can, except it's one of those things where you're winking at a bunch of blinking lights, and you forget that there's no person on the other side of it at this stage.
Yeah, okay. I'll try to get the hint of Bane, hey, just don't prod the beast too much.
But I'm sure the winking lights will wink back at you.
Ooh, they wink back? Ooh.
And they won't stop winking.
Ooh. This is getting very intriguing. Huh? Okay, I'll stop now. Continue on.
So yes, as you're there, you do have a ability to hire a speeder truck to allow you to transport goods around.
Did you crash?
No. You did not crash. You just showed up on the edge of the system.
Okay.
8 hours away.
Could have been a whole lot worse.
Whereas I finished up right above the area that we had.
I was going to say, you finished up right in the right place
Yep.
and had to wait around for 8 hours for us to catch up.
Yep.
He wasn't waiting for 8 hours. He was signing things for 8 hours.
Signing things.
Yes.
He comes
What
in
was
with
Clayana
this,
doing?
probably bored out of her brain watching Brum Brum and his adoring fans.
I don't know.
Essentially playing bodyguard for his new ship while I'm waiting for everybody else to show up, and also kind of like just keeping an eye on the crowd to try to see if there are any intriguing or shady characters, but outside of that, mainly just playing bodyguard.
Any intriguing or shady characters?
So you were playing Count the Shady character, and by the time the ship came down, you got up to about 520.
Woohoo!
Okay.
That was a fun game.
I was going to say, so she didn't roll insight or perception to see whether she spotted someone in particular?
Well, it was the trick was to spot the non-shady character.
I think the trick was
Because
to
there was
spot the shady character that might be directly related to her.
They're all shady.
Or to us. I don't know, there could be a Thrawn spying amongst them.
Okay, what you need to find out is which one's slim.
Then we walk up, we see a Wookiee with a shaved arm with the signature Brum Brum Crash on it. So.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
The shady
And I
And
signature.
you see a little kid with a cybernetic arm, like, it's a little kid, normal limbs and all that stuff, but carrying a cybernetic arm that belongs to his grandmother, just bouncing along as he's running past with his friends. Signed by Boomer Crush.
I see. What adventures you guys get up to when I'm away from the table?
Okay, so Brum Brum watches as the speeder truck pulls up with the others in it.
It was a little second-hand.
Cybernetic arm, or yeah.
Well, it was
You
definitely
missed out
a...
on the dad jokes. While you were
Oh right.
The
Sorry.
other joke was it was a hand-me-down.
Shit, this is on low. I'm like, I might turn it down a bit because, funnily enough, I like it cool, but I didn't want it that powerful. But it's on low.
It is
Well, some like it hot.
Well, for the air conditioner on low, it's better than the previous unit was on full bore.
Yeah, they've installed a working one, and so on low, I'm kind of like, this is like it's on high, and I keep looking it up to turn it down, and I'm like, I can't turn it down. It's on the lowest setting, which is not bad unless you have Aladinia.
Okay, so you've been given coordinates of where to go. It will be a streetwise check for whoever's going to direct the driver.
I vote whoever's got better streetwise than me, which is probably Khalid or Ash.
I
Well, I got a rank in streetwise, but that doesn't mean I'm very good at it.
I have 2 ranks in Streetwise.
And I've got
no
2
ranks.
cunning.
I've got 3 ranks plus a blue, so I'll be doing that. I've got my street smarts.
I was gonna say, is there anyone else with good?
I was gonna say, I have 2 yellow, 1 green, 1 blue.
2 yellow, 1 green, 1 blue, and Khalid has.
3 yellow, 1 blue.
I've only got 3 green. So
Carlin's better. Go with Carlin.
Go in the toilet.
3 yellow, 1 blue, and would that be against?
3 purple.
Okay, there's 3 purple. That's it. That's the
That
ball.
would be the dice pool.
Okay. Oh, that one comes right out.
Okay, so this one and these 2 come out, and then this one comes out, turning that into a success. So you
Nice.
ended up with 3 successes on your streetwise. Okay, so you've been given the coordinates of one of Boss Haggle's outlets on here. It's basically a alleyway off a side street, off a one-way street in a bad part of town.
It's a crime boss. We wouldn't be heading to the nice part of town.
Oh, we could. It depends
Unless it was
on
for a party.
what.
Okay, so you're able to park your speeder truck you've hired just not far from where it is. And who wants to go in and negotiate with the people there?
I don't think I'm the worst negotiator. I think we did okay last time.
Well, I've now upgraded my my nemesising ability. I now have blue, which I can actually then give advantages to people with their negotiation or intimidation and other things.
With the aggressive negotiations.
So this would be negotiation rather than coercion. I've got 2 ranks in negotiation.
Negotiation would do that because you're purchasing or selling goods. So you're
Okay.
purchasing goods.
Does anyone else have better negotiation?
I have 1 rank, but Carlin has the better bonus skills. So I don't know how many people we want to go in.
Well, I would probably take someone with me if I'm the only one with more than 1 rank.
I would go you and Carlin, and then if you want a 3rd, me.
Yeah. I'm not sure what Ashes and Brum Brums are. I'm pretty sure Brum Brum doesn't have.
I think both of them, they'd be okay standing guard outside.
Well,
and then-
Ash is good at guarding things and shooting things.
Exactly. So
And
he
flying
can be
things.
muscle outside. He's muscle outside. Broom Broom is getaway driver.
Yeah.
Your lead negotiator.
Yeah.
Carlin is tough, heavy-looking guy,
And
then
you're
I'm
the arm
silent.
candy.
That's
I'm teasing.
absolutely 100%.
You're the arm candy with all the muscles and the guns.
For sure. So let's do it that way. So leave those two outside, and then us three go in where Carlet is your number 2.
Okay, so your dice pool for this roll is 2 yellow, 2 green.
Ross mentioned a blue.
Ross gives advantage as not.
I give you 2 advantages.
So he gives you one of the green dice.
Okay, yep.
And if you succeed, you gain 2 advantages.
Right.
Ross, it only works on a success.
Right.
So
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It gives you 2 advantages on a success, charm, deception, or negotiation.
And what is that against?
And the dice pool is against 3 purple. So it's a hard check.
Just pull it around here where I can get to it. Just 3 purple?
Yep, just 3 purple.
Yeah.
So those go away.
They're failures, and that's threats.
So it was
1 threat, yeah.
2 threats and
Yeah, I meant like 1 on the...
3 successes.
Okay, cool.
So with my advantages, do they negotiate the 3 threats to drop down to 1, or what?
Well, you have 2 ranks in it, so you drop the 2 threats to 0.
Oh, okay.
Giving her 3 successes.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 3 threats, not 2 threats.
So just trying to get the numbers right, so I'll tell you how much they're offering you.
Yep. Take your time, because that might mean we get more money, and I don't object to more money. Or we pay less money at this stage. But that means more money later.
It can mean a lot more money later.
You'd get the impression that I'm greedy, but the actual fact is I'm just desperate to pay things off.
Percentages, right?
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to give it a quick tonight. I'm feeling a bit under the weather, so
I'm sorry to hear that.
it's okay. So I'll give you a heads up. That's all.
All
Thank
good.
you.
Go rest up.
Hopefully you feel better soon.
Thanks guys. Catch you later.
Okay,
Have fun. Hey.
Yeah, catch you later.
Also, real life side note, what we guessed what was wrong with my husband's car is what's wrong with it. So we are just finishing that up, and I will be driving soon, but I'm still online at least for the next 30-40 minutes.
Yep.
Okay. So yes, you're able to get them to knock a big chunk off the base price, so that gives you a chance for some profit. So it's going to cost you 175 credits to get a box of cargo that takes up 3 units.
1 box that's as big as 3 units.
That takes up 3
And we
units of
pay
space.
175k.
Yep. 175 credits, yes.
175 credits.
Yes.
Just 175.
For a single box that takes up 3 units.
Okay. Okay. And its potential worth, do we have any idea?
Normally it'll be worth 250 credits a box.
Okay.
So you've saved 75 on the purchase price. Kaggle's still making profit on this.
Okay. 1 box. And it's just the 1 box.
No, it's that's how much per box.
Oh, per box. Okay,
And
yeah.
they're asking how many you'd like to purchase.
So if it takes up 3 units...
I did the math.
Yep.
We can take 66 maximum,
66.
and that'll be 11,550 credits.
We do have that much money between us.
We have that much money, and so 66 is our maximum.
Yeah.
We can take.
Excuse me.
I guess we'll be taking all 66 then.
Okay. They do have this amount available. Luckily, you came when they had excess stock. They try not to have excess stock dicking around, but they lost a couple of freighter captains recently.
Oh, wonder what too.
Pirates, Imperials, pretty much the same thing they say.
I don't know. A part of me would rather deal with someone like Hondo over someone like, I don't know, any Empire person. But at the same time, Hondo's so smug, I'd almost rather lose to an Empire person.
Yes, if they didn't die, they ended up in prison.
Yeah, no, I can see that. All right.
And the pirates have their own, ways of imprisoning people. Sometimes you're stuck working their crew,
Yeah, for an awful long time.
paying off your release.
Yeah. The prices always go up on.
So, if you're ready for that, we'll
Yep.
have the stocks ready for you in a day.
Yep.
We just don't have it all here for obvious reasons.
Yep. Do we know what it is?
Okay, so you have a close look at it.
Yep.
I will give you a education check.
All right. That's not my strong point. I don't have education yet. Something I want to get.
That's 4 green dice for you.
Yeah, 4 green dice.
I've got 3 yellow and 2 green. If you want me to do it.
Technically, nothing's stopping both of us from having a look at it. But 3 yellow and 2 green. We might start with Brum Brum Crash.
And the difficulty is 1 purple. There's always a chance that people don't understand. Yes, I got blink on all the good guys.
I didn't do too
Okay,
well.
so that gets rid of the closest green.
That one?
No,
That one.
that one, yeah. And so that ends up with 3 successes and 2 advantages. So you've realised that you've been given a bunch of illegal narcotics called death sticks.
Oh, right. Yep.
You don't want to buy death sticks.
The
That's the
Jedi are going to get us out of them, do us out of business, but
So they are
fortunately they're not around right now.
highly addictive, illegal to transport into Elrood, which is where you believe you're taking it.
Okay, yep.
And which means at the smuggler's port, this cargo is worth a lot more there than anywhere else.
Okay, well, that makes sense. And yeah, probably one of the reasons why they don't want them sitting around for too long.
And he does say that Kaggle suggested a update to your nav data. He's heard that you're struggling to get around the systems.
Yeah. So is that just a suggestion, or are they going to help us out there?
And he hands you a data chip.
Ah, nice.
He says it should help you travelling through the Elrood Sector. And it can be plugged into both ships if you need to. It's basically just an upload of data.
So that was navigation. Thank you, Kaggle. But the better our data is, the more likely we're going to move his goods around and he's going to make money. So it's not entirely just because he's a nice guy.
Yes, but you also made him money previously.
Yeah.
He didn't give it to you earlier.
No.
Because you hadn't made money for him. So here's a job where you're paying him up front.
It's a good thing none of us have got gambling addictions and things like that. Otherwise we'd end up like Han Solo, where we owe more money than we're making.
He owed most of his money because he dropped the cargo because he was about to be inspected.
Ordered, yeah.
Okay, so yes, you...
Well, the other thing is he wasn't using, he wasn't buying the stuff and then selling it.
Yeah. Well, you know, we could end up in the exact same situation with any of the deals that we do here.
In this case, you're not in the same situation because if you dump it, you don't owe anyone anything.
Yeah. But I mean, like, in our previous ones...
You could have owed quite a lot.
Yeah, because one of ours turned out to be spice, we found out later.
Not the most expensive spice, but up there.
Yeah, well... Generally, drug smugglers, no matter what end of the drug smuggling they're dealing at, get very nasty when you lose their product.
Okay, so he says there are some people who've run out of stock on Elrood who are really looking for this.
Alright, so we're hopefully delivering to Elrood. If you get too cold, though, you can just turn it off for a little while.
Oh yeah, no, I'm fine.
I think after a 30-degree odd day, there's almost no such thing as too cold.
Yeah, pretty much. I had mine set.
So if we're going to be staying here for a little while, is there a place that sells droids?
We're going to be here for a day.
He says, no, they buy droids here, but if you do find a droid salesman here, it will be pretty much 2 to 3 times the standard price of the droid.
Do they sell any droid parts here?
Also, high-tech items costs 3 to 4
What
times
about
the amount.
really retro old droid parts?
That's not what they deal in. They deal
Okay.
in modern tech
Yeah, that's good to know.
because that's their import, and very few people import old tech.
But you never know your luck.
Doesn't hurt to ask.
Okay, so the Knight are in Mercy on the city of
Orpha?
City.
Orpha?
Running books.
There's a whole lot of stuff going on here.
Orpha signings?
You see some of the news going through about the hospital opening up a new wing, having received a influx of credits from the Empire.
Oh, okay, yep.
Is
Is
it-
the Empire greatly present here?
There is no visible presence of the Empire that you see, but there is talk in the shady community that they believe a garrison is bound to be deployed on planet now that they've accepted the money.
Is it a X-ray wing?
AKA, this is how Elrood fell under their control to begin
Yeah.
with.
Yep.
Yeah, be careful what gifts you receive.
Yeah, we already know that. We saw the way Elrood went.
And Elrood is one of the luckiest of the planets. But they were pretty anal to begin with. Which is why you don't really want to be going into the normal place, because if Brum Brum took his ship in to land at Elrood City, it would be impounded and not allowed to be released until it passed all the crash tests and stress tests and all that of a ship off the production line would go through.
Are there any interesting contacts or things here? Any other news?
Well, on the news, they're focusing on that, being played in multiple languages. You see different shots of grey-dressed Imperials handing over what looks to be an overly sized cred stick.
No. Is about 1 meter wide and 2 meters long.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Though it looks more like a very thin cred stick compared to what it should be for its size.
Yeah. I imagine it wouldn't take much money in this world to set something up at this stage. Things will get a lot more expensive later.
Notes do say that the Empire has chipped in over 1 million credits to expand the hospital. Which is a sizable donation.
Yeah, well, 1 million credits is a very decent amount of money in my mind, so probably nothing to the Empire.
Reports are that they might be able to double or triple the medical care with the additional funds.
That's really good, but eventually bad news.
It is the best hospital in the sector. And now it's just been given more funds.
Yeah. It won't stay that way for long. Oh, it'll stay the best hospital in the sector. It'll just be possibly hard to access it.
Okay, and on the news they do have a report on eBay the Bounty Hunter.
eBay, the bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently he's changed careers in the last time you've seen him.
Uh-huh.
Either that or it's one of his cousins. It's hard to tell because most Jawas look alike when they're wearing sunglasses.
Sunglasses and bling.
And by the looks of the new television show, it's all about hunting down droids.
Hunting down droids.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay.
And yes, it does show pictures of a wasteland which remind you of the planet Quarrid, where you picked up the
Yep.
pieces for your starship.
Yep. Where we found bits of
And-
robot unicorn.
And was that where we found the little...
MT-70. Yes, that's where we found him.
Okay, and after that, the other thing they've got going on is there seems to be a scent festival going on as well.
A what festival?
Scent festival.
Scent.
Smell.
Yeah, all about interesting smells
Okay.
because the culture is scent based.
That sounds interesting.
It's a little on the nose.
Definitely.
I wanted to make something to do with a foul odour, but my brain's coming up.
So the Scent Museum has got a big gala event going of Scents of the Galaxy.
Okay. Anyone interested in attending?
Probably a whole bunch of dignitaries again. It seems
Yeah.
that the Imperial who handed over the check is officiating.
Oh, I see. So we don't want to go there.
But they are advertising scents from planets all over the galaxy.
I'd be curious to go in the sense that I'm an animal person first, and scent and tracking and things like that are things that I'd be interested in. But if there's Imperials there,
And
I'm ordering in. Room service, please.
And some of the talk amongst the community while you're picking up stuff is that they believe it's wet dog smell is probably going to be predominant.
Happy not to be there. I've smelt a wet Wookiee. I don't need to smell a wet dog. The Wookiee would be offended by that comparison, though.
Well, you think that was the intent, why people were being offensive of the sense of the galaxy.
I suggest at this rate we should make it through the night fairly safely.
Excuse me.
Does anyone wish to track something down while all this festival stuff is going on?
Well, they're unlikely to have MT-70 parts.
You might be able to find some on Elrood, do you think? Or even get some custom made.
Yeah.
Because Elrood's a manufacturing planet.
Yeah.
For high-tech gear.
Yeah, but obviously tonight, there doesn't seem to be anything that's particularly enticing in terms of going exploring. Is there anything particularly enticing?
There are a couple of sporting events going on, but
Had enough of those for now.
considering the lower gravity on this planet, it's everyone can jump like Mike.
Look, I'm really happy to take some time away from tournaments and sports events.
Okay, and go ahead.
I was gonna say, Hannah may observe from a balcony or something if the Scent Festival is close by to where they are.
Yeah, it's the same thing I would do.
I guess, it's more like observing from afar to see if anything interesting is going to happen. But outside of that, just sticking with wherever they ends up, kind of thing.
You do get a couple of view screens that you can flick through the proceedings because they're showing it from multiple angles. Though from the Festival of Scents, it's very hard to get a visual idea of what's going on because there's a whole lot of masks that people put their faces in.
That's entirely fair. So,
It's not really a
That's
spectator sport to watch.
not really, no. That's all good.
Though they do have ads occasionally coming up where they are selling Sense of the Galaxy fragrances. So you can plug it into your scent mask and experience that smell of the galaxy. Again and again. Which doesn't do much for humans.
No. All good.
It's like, yes, that sort of smells of something I have no idea what. Second scent flavour. Smells exactly the same as the first to me.
Martin, would we stay on the ship or in a hotel?
You might enjoy the time off ship, but
Yep.
either works for both of you.
Well, on ship I've got access to my ship.
Mm-hmm.
Off ship, no access. So, people want to stay on ship or off ship?
You do have cabins on your ship.
Yep. I might turn the air conditioner off for now.
Mhm.
If that's okay. It's just hurting a bit much.
Yeah, I think I might stay on ship.
Do I have my 2 training foils yet? The ones that I was getting.
You haven't taken them with you, no.
Okay. Well, that's annoying. Why didn't I take them with me?
Because they weren't ready.
Okay. Well, then the answer would be no.
A good reason.
Yeah.
I left them under the pillows in the last hotel.
Okay, so where
That
is
would be
Brum Brum
horrible.
staying?
Would our ships be parked close together?
Across the city from each other.
Oh, really? Okay.
And his doesn't have cabins.
I'm going to sleep in my comfy chair.
Chair. I was going to say, yeah. A shame we're across the city from each other, because then you could just use the cabins but be close by.
Okay, so while Brum Brum's resting, he gets a comm on his ship.
Hoi hoi.
And you hear some beeping coming through.
I press the translator on the control pad.
Yeah, the control panel.
Panel, not pad.
Okay, so it seems someone is requesting transport.
What kind of transport?
I'm not. Misa say I'm not an Uber driver.
Not a reboot driver.
It's offering you 100 credits per person for transport.
How many people?
There's 2 people.
Ah, okay. Is that a lot?
It feels like a bit because it's about as much as it's costing to stay here.
Is Kayana on his ship with him?
That's up to
I was
Kyle.
gonna say, Kayana is on the freighter with you, but
'Cause there's
as a
bed there.
player, I may or may not suggest to ask: is this interplanetary or is this like where is the destination? Is what I might ask. But that's me as a player of metagaming.
But because they've part loaded. Have they part loaded the stuff on the ship?
No, we
or
don't
is
get
it
the load
all
until
we've got?
tomorrow.
You get the
You're
load
empty.
tomorrow.
No, Misa is.
You still have the 10-seat Kraken without taking up the cargo space.
Is it
Not-
off planet or on
not-
planet? Do they want to go to Elrood?
Well,
probably not for-
again, waiting to see what Mike wants to do.
Sorry.
I mean, not for 200
Sounds like
credits.
no.
No.
Yeah. I'm thinking it'd take a lot more to get.
Yeah. It's like, they won't even cover the fuel. No.
Okay, so
How do they get your number is what I want to know.
he would be registered with the Starfield for landing.
Oh, I see. Yep.
Misa say, no sir.
They're asking how much to travel to Elrood.
To Elrood.
Oh wow.
Um,
What would that normally cost? Like on a passenger or something?
Passenger ship, about 50 credits or less, or
Oh,
25.
um,
Because they're taking so many people
Yeah.
that it's always profitable.
Okay, so 100 credits each is actually like 4 times what you'd normally pay. Or 4 times.
who and what
Yeah.
are the passengers?
Yeah.
Comes through back in text, 2 droids.
Droids are a problem. To the group, droids are a problem because droids can hide bombs and shit in them. Whereas,
So can people.
Yes.
yes, but
droids can also be good, for lack of a
Yes.
better word.
um, Misa won't be leaving here until
At least tomorrow.
at least end of tomorrow. I won't be leaving now.
They're happy with departure time of tomorrow.
It's not entirely a no.
And I guess, so we can make some more. It would be 250 for each passenger.
They accept.
You got
So-
yourself some passengers.
$500. Oh, credits.
Credits, yeah.
Bucks, credits,
Yep.
union, all work well.
I was going to say, you've got yourself some passengers, it sounds like.
They give you
Damn, I
a
should have asked for more.
they give you a
I was-
com code to say notify them when you're ready. They will be at your docking bay within 10 minutes of your notification.
Right. Yeah, damn, I should have asked for like 5,000 each. Because there was no pause. It's like, that's fine. And I'm
Yeah.
like, damn it. Should have asked for more.
You know, though, what no pause means. High risk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why.
I'm not saying
No.
you should say no.
No, but yes.
But, yeah.
Instantly, as soon as I said 250 each and there was no pause or anything, it's like,
Yeah.
that is fine. It's like, Well, I mean, tell the group we're already taking death sticks, so
Yeah.
Why not just add?
Well, technically, you're doing the transport. That 500 credits is yours.
No, but
Yeah.
as a collective, we're already
Yeah.
taking death sticks.
Yeah.
What's 2 droids?
I can think of lots of things, but at this stage, they might have said yes as well.
Yeah.
I'm not the one in this situation.
Yep. Cool. Okay, so but they've given me a token or something, or
Com
they
code.
give
Oh,
you
com
the
code,
com code
right,
so you
okay.
can reach them.
cool. Okay.
I almost wrote Jar Jar Binks takes.
No. No.
Sorry.
So require half the payment now, and other half on.
Landing.
That's the word. Yes.
Yes, responds, credits will be provided when they show up.
Right. Okay. Done. And Misa say good night, sir. Or bye. Misa say bye, and then
What's the opposite of a hoi hoi for bye?
I don't know. Flanders didn't really do it. Because Homer had already.
Yoa?
Because Homer had already buggered off at that point.
Yeah.
So, but yes. So Misa
It
said-
could be like was it the Hawaiian greeting, which is basically greeting and saying goodbye. Aloha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. We'll go with that. Misa say hoi hoi.
Yep.
Okay, so the rest of your night seems to pass uneventfully unless you want to do something else.
Not really. I'll get some
If I can't have my foils with me, I'll be training my
Excuse me.
cats.
Um,
Or hanging with the others if they want to hang.
and I will consider what next possible upgrade I can do to my ship.
Actually, because I know Kayana wants to pretend she doesn't like the cats, I'll actually get the cats to annoy her occasionally. Just see how long she can keep a straight face for. Pretend.
I think that would be perfect. Yep, definitely giving that whole dad didn't want a cat vibe.
Yeah,
but ends up-
absolutely.
absolutely.
So every time Kayana closes her eyes, there's a cat leaping on her.
Yeah, because I've taught them to respond to hand signals and things, so she doesn't necessarily know because I don't have to say it out loud.
And I secretly love it.
Exactly.
Though occasionally you're opening your eyes to seeing a loth cat almost nose to nose with you.
Mm.
They're like, God damn it, get this dang cat out of here.
And it's not always Thaya's cats.
Yeah, there's Ragnarok too with
Yeah.
with Ross.
Yep.
Yeah.
See
Good
kitty
old
do
Ragnarok.
kitty.
Technically, I trained him up until Ross took official care of.
Okay, so just as the sun's starting to rise, as it's a 20-hour day here, you get notification that the
Goods are ready.
goods have been brought into a warehouse closer to your freighter.
Yep. All right,
Um,
load up.
So is it closer to theirs, and I have to move my ship to there, or
Well, you can take the speeder truck and bring it over here.
yeah, I'll just take it.
Since there's only going to be 50 divided by 3, it shouldn't be.
Yep.
Shouldn't take too long. That would be like 15 to 18.
16.
Yeah, I'm doing really rough maths. Would that fit on a single speeder truck?
That would.
At 3 units each, so yeah, just one speeder truck going your way.
Yep.
You could fit the entire lot on the speeder truck.
But I'd send someone like Ash and that over there to help.
Yep.
And you'd expect that each crate holds 100 doses.
And at that point, I comes to Thea to say, Misa say FYI, because there's no real way to say FYI.
Hoi hoi!
I will have.
Hoi hoi.
Yeah, well, there is that. I will have 2 passengers coming with me on our trek to Elrood.
What in the what now?
I will have 2 passengers coming with me.
I'm not going to repeat myself because obviously the first time did not communicate.
They are paying for a ride.
Do you know who these
They
passengers are? When did this happen?
While you were sleeping.
Technically.
While you were sleeping. Yeah.
That's not a quote.
No.
Yep.
They're 2 droids.
Are these wanted droids? Do we
uh,
have to take precautions with them?
Me, and then me says, well, well,
I can't wait. Lucy.
no, it's like, well, consider.
They was like, actually, I think I'm going to go over in that in that speeder truck.
And me says, well, considering the cargo that we're already taking, and does a wink over the comms thing.
Yeah, no, I think I need to go over in the speeder truck to finish this conversation.
Yes.
So I'm going to just tell you to pause there, and I'll be over with the goods very soon.
Okay. The person who was organising the transport, was it actually a droid or was it actually a person?
Well, I can't. I was going to ask these
Do
questions.
you believe it was
not
it was a
over
droid because
comms.
it was beeping through?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was going to say it was a droid.
Yeah. No, I won't be asking these questions over the comms.
But yes.
And
I was trying to remember. I'm like, I pressed the thing so I could translate the beeps to.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it was a droid that
Yes.
contacted you. So
Yep.
yeah, when I get over there, what information do you have about your passengers?
They're going to Elrood. And
they're droids.
They're droids. And there's 2 of them.
Okay.
And how did
Rob.
they come by your information?
They found it on the.
Well, you registered it when you came in, and if anyone who
and plus,
knew the criminal underworld might have been able to contact you through that.
Okay, but
Yeah.
they didn't say how they came across your information.
No, probably didn't even ask that.
Brum, what is your view on droids?
Did you come with me though, Khalid?
I thought we're all together, aren't we?
No. Someone have to stay at the ship and load the other,
The other 50 crates.
50 crates. So I was going to head over there, in the speeder truck. There's nothing saying you can't come with us, but in terms of role playing, you need to situate yourself.
I thought he was with us.
Wouldn't Ash
Pick up the stuff
No.
to take over.
At the
Ash and
freighter?
Kiana maybe. Yeah, we'd leave at least 2 with
yeah.
our freighter,
Yep.
and then 2 to come and help you maybe. Depending on how much stuff is there and that.
Yep.
As I said, I've got no objection to Khalid being there. I'm just checking who came in the truck with me rather than...
you're not going by yourself, so yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, if we all went over, Martin's going to have our freighter inspected by Empire people while we're not there. So I just wanted to make sure there was at least some people with our freighter. And I'm presuming that's going to be Kiana and Ash at this stage, and that's Khalid for me. Anyway, go back to your question.
What's your view on droids?
Misa is quite impartial to droids.
I
Because
would
they
suggest...
are classed as a slave, that's all. Do you actually believe in droid rights?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I would
Because there's a good chance that these are probably escaped droids.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. I would suggest these guys are not just escaping droids, because there didn't appear to be a non or a biological contacting you on their behalf. The other side would be that, considering the experience I've had with working with the rebellion, that's not the rebellion, but I understand to be a rebellion through Chandradel and their people, because I spent a fair bit of downtime working with them. These could be rebels as such, which means they could be very high-risk targets, which is fine. Happy to help them, but we're going to need to take precautions.
And at this point, this is where Misa says, wink wink, we're already taking death sticks.
This could be
Potentially
higher danger.
Potentially problematic,
If
yes.
the Empire wants them, the Empire doesn't really give a shit about their sticks. Yeah, they'll stop us, but if we've got someone they're actively looking for, and we've got Thrawn keeping tabs on us as a group as much as we try to avoid him, this could end in lovely disaster. So I'm kind of wouldn't mind if next time we're all involved in transporting stuff, you maybe checked with us first.
You somewhere asleep, sir.
I would have woken up for this. Could have called me. Put them on hold. just for next time. Look, I don't want to take from your autonomy, but when we're travelling together, well, actually, even if we're not, I want to make sure that you're okay and that you don't lose your ship or anything like that.
Yep.
So what's the deal then?
So they're going to pay half the credits up front, and the other half when we get there. It's 250 credits for each per droid.
Okay, that seems like a lot to me. So more alarm bells going off, but I try not to show that.
Yeah, personal
this-
transport can go up to as high as 10,000, depending on how far you're traveling.
Yes, this is.
Yeah, but 250 to Elrood, does that seem
It
exorbitant?
seems like paying for a private shipping.
okay? So not too.
You could have asked a lot more.
Yes, as I said.
This is another reason why calling me might have helped.
Mm.
I'm a very good negotiator.
Yeah.
Um,
Because I thought, God, do I go crazy and go like 5,000 per droid? And I'm like, no, that's too crazy. It's like just go for 250.
at this point, I'm thinking about maybe getting in contact with some underworld people, like the guy we were just talking to, and just asking about. I don't know. Do they? What's the droid situation down here in terms of?
Oh, other than the droids here are bloody expensive.
Yeah, that's it. Droids here are expensive. The tech is very high, and we've got 2 droids, no owner as such, in view, want to leave the planet. Do I have any idea what precautions we might take if we wanted to hide said droids?
You got nowhere to hide them, but you could power them down and they wouldn't be detected normally.
Okay, all right.
So if a
that's...
droid's powered down, it can't do anything untoward.
And I don't want to take over from you or anything like
Right.
that, but I'm just putting out ideas. I do have a hidden compartment on my freighter, my hidden compartment. Would they be safer there?
They
than-
wouldn't fit in your hidden compartment.
They wouldn't fit. Too big. That's fine. That's all good to know. Because that's the only hidden compartment that I know about on either of the ships.
Yeah. Just I'll make a
Mental note.
I'll make a request.
Pay for
Hidden
upgrading hidden compartments. I'm going to stick a great big circle there. Get hidden compartments on ships. Big enough for droids.
I will make it a requirement for them setting foot, because they haven't paid for anything yet until they're paying half when they physically get here. So it'll be a case of you must be powered down to be transported.
Yeah.
And then we can power you on when we get to Elrood.
Yeah. Considering, we don't have Ash to do astrogation on my ship, because I was thinking of swapping and putting Kayana and Ash on the freighter, and then
Technically, you can do the astrogation on one ship and pass along the details.
okay.
But that's as long as you're happy to do that, and that way they should jump and arrive at the same time.
Yeah.
Just that last time you'd done it separately, and you both went, well, it was accepted.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think maybe we might try and do that.
Mhm.
Because in that sense, then I'll actually get a chance to maybe vet these droids and assess the risk in terms of our clan risk as well. To just see. Oops, sorry. I'm probably not the best person in terms of perception.
Oh, hang on. Please hold.
That is me metagaming.
No, not that page. I want that page. We want perception. I've got 1 yellow and 2 green.
Would my awakened status help at all in this situation? In terms of if the Empire turns up?
Yep. Not yet,
Not yet. Okay.
because that's what we've got to do with some other stuff.
Yeah, no, fair enough. That's all good. It's just not all quite on this sheet, but it's getting there.
That fluff hadn't been entered into.
I'm just thinking of who would be the best person in terms of travelling with these droids and Brum Brum.
Probably Khalid with his droid tech.
Yeah, I would say maybe Khalid. I might meet the droids as they go on, but then travel with Kayana on the freighter and put Khalid with the... Yeah, because he's got his droid tech. So that sounds like a good plan. So we might, when we're ready to leave, we'll comms your guys. Khalid and I will check them out, And then
Yep.
Khalid will go with you, and Clowner and Ash will come with me, and hopefully things go well.
Okay, so a streetwise to find the warehouse.
I'm
Streetwise.
3 green.
I've got 1 rank and 2 cunning, so probably not me. What
Well,
about?
three yellow, 1 blue.
I'd say it's Khalid. That's probably the good
Good old
choice.
streets. Good old street smarts.
And it is 2 purple.
That's it.
Well, it's hard to find as a legal gambling place.
What's with the blanks at the moment? Okay, so 2 successes, 2 advantages, and 2 threats.
So that means it comes out as 2 successes.
Okay, so
Carla directs you down the correct streets to pull up at the warehouse.
Yep.
Might as well pull up with the cargo bay right next to the doors,
nice.
so you don't have to take stuff far.
Yep. Okay.
And so that's them, and I'm still at my ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I guess while they're getting the
Cargo?
cargo, should I message to
I
get...
would wait until we've got fully loaded.
Right, okay.
Because
Yep.
we may have to leave it very fast.
Yep. Okay, cool.
So, yeah. Just hang tight.
No, all good.
As you open the doors, you see that there are hundreds of crates in here.
We might come back for a second run. Depending on how the first one goes. And if they've got any left.
As they all have markings of the hospital on them.
Yeah, the hospital donation stuff.
They're listed as pharmaceuticals.
Oh, I see. Yeah, pharmaceuticals. Well,
Technically, it is pharmaceuticals. It's
Yeah.
just not good pharmaceuticals.
No, yeah. Okay, cool. Grab all the stuff.
And you have 2 Gamorreans here helping lift and put stuff into your truck.
Is our contact from Kaggle there?
He is.
I'm going to try and start a conversation where hopefully I don't give away that any of the droid drama, for like a better description, but for great alliteration, along the lines of so with the expense and the tech of droids, is there a lot of droid cargo that falls out of the back of the hospital truck, so to speak?
Well, we do get a lot of medical droids coming in that occasionally a few mild
Malfunctions?
occur, yes.
There's another alliteration not so easy to get through. And
Are you looking for a heal bot?
a heal bot, as in
Yes.
HEAL,
Yes.
as in healing bot.
You're not a killbot.
What would one of those cost?
Well, we've got a couple that only fell a couple of times off the back of a truck.
Oh, okay.
I think we've sold this model 3 times now.
How? Oh, well, you mean in terms of do I want one, as in could I use one on my ship personally?
Well, most people want to hire one and not keep it.
Oh, hire one. Okay, so you
Yeah,
generally
because normally
hire
aren't
them
they
rather
stuck in a medical centre?
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah. You're looking at someone who forgets these things.
So not all droids are bolted to the ground.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I'm used to seeing a lot of droids move around, so I'm not as.
And most people don't need a medical droid 24/7. It's like, I have an emergency, I can't take it to the hospital, I want to hire a droid.
Well, in my kind of business, as you can imagine, I'm not always able to get to a healing droid, so having one on board is not necessarily a bad thing. But of course, expense and risk versus, actual reality, they're 2 different things. Do any of these droids ever wander off on their own?
I'm sure anything that's not nailed down wanders off on its own. That's the case of a criminal haven, he says.
Oh god, I'm trying to think of questions that might give me more information about.
Says that the base medical droid would be going for about 24,000 here.
Ooh, that's to own?
That's to own, because
And that's the basic one.
That's the markup because we don't manufacture them here.
Oh wow. That doesn't sound awful to me, but
It's almost half the cost of your ship.
yeah, but still, in terms of if my crew are dying and I have a bot right there that might be able to help them, I'd pay 24 grand to make sure they didn't die. But when you say basic, would they be able to deal with that kind of situation?
Oh, I'm sure that they could. I'm sure these bots will work pretty well for you. Basically,
They is making a note that maybe it might be worthwhile picking up one of these bots at some point.
You never have to feed it; you just have to plug it in.
Yeah, well, aside from one of my crew members, absolutely, I wouldn't know what a vampire is, would I? Let alone be able to make a vampire reference. But essentially, I make one of my crew members feels about them as if they're murder bots, every single one of them. And to be honest, from my own personal experience, I have great empathy and similar sort of feelings in some cases.
Well, if you delete their personality every month or so, they'll always be the same.
It depends on the droid. I've met some droids that, they manage to retain their personalities and things like that.
In which case, it's never been deleted properly.
No. So, things can go awfully wrong and they can become murder bots really fast, but then, that's kind of the same with people.
Well, imagine if you erased a person's memory and they found out their memory's been erased on multiple occasions.
Yeah, well, yeah. In terms of the droids I've dealt with, I've never had to do that on a regular basis.
So the out-of-memory error on the droid can be quite frustrating to have to deal with if you haven't purged their memory.
So do people deal in bots and
Well, of course they do. They're expensive here, so that's why people want to sell them here.
And I've heard this. I've heard there's this movement to do with freeing droids and letting them have independence rather than being owned.
Well, not under the Empire.
No, definitely not under the Empire. But I gather that's the case here too.
No, not since the Clone Wars. No one really wants to give droids independence.
I can kind of
A
see.
bunch of droids took over more than half the galaxy.
Yeah, at the direction though of a bunch of humans and.
Well, that they were led by that big droid, Grievous.
Yeah, he had a boss though. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't a droid.
He was the general of the army.
Yeah, but there's usually someone above a general telling the general what to do. And it's usually a government of some sort.
He shrugs dignitaries. Who really cares what a dignitary says?
Yeah, look, I'm not going to get into a political discussion with him. What do you know about the Empire's involvement with droids here? Anything?
If anything, they've had their spy bots floating around here, sure. They have spy bots everywhere.
Oh, yeah, no, I figure they've got that too. Okay, alright, well, unless Khalid can think, I've kind of run out of being able to try and get some useful information. Ooh, if I were transporting things like droids around and that, like, say I got myself a heal bot and I wanted to make sure the Empire didn't want to get it, what would you suggest in terms of taking precautions?
Restraining bolts and memory wipes, that always works for him.
What if I had one on my ship and I didn't want the Empire to take it away because I'd spent 24 grand on it?
As long as you've got your restraining bolt on it and you've got your sale of purchase, the Empire rarely touches it.
Well, what if I haven't come by mine legally? Like one that maybe fell off the back of a truck.
Well, then you just forge up your sale of purchase.
Ooh. Who would give you those?
I'm sure that you could ask some of the organizations around here or in the other crime lords' domains.
For a small fee, if I needed some purchasing papers, how much would that cost me?
Oh, he's sure you could scam someone for as little as 50 to 100 credits, but whether it does a good job or not.
Let's say I want a credible, trustworthy, reliable sort of guy.
Maybe looking for about 500 to 1,000.
Okay. More than what you're getting. But this is something we should ask them if they might have. Because if they've got some kind of papers saying that they're owned by someone, that would be very helpful. And if they don't, that tells us, you know, something that we might need to know. Yeah, well, if I happen to come across some merchandise I might want to keep with me, I may get in touch.
Well, if you do manage to get some of the tech from Elrood, they will happily take it off your hands.
From Elrood. Elrood, okay. Yeah, no, I'll also keep that in mind. I need to write that down, because if we do find tech that we can sell, that's another form of income. So when he says tech, he means tech rather than droids, or does he mean both?
Tech can be all sorts.
Okay. Yeah. Carly, can you think of any other questions?
But the main exports of Elrood are starships, refined metals and ores, and processed alloys.
Starships might equal some tech. But,
Well, they sell fully completed starships.
Presume as a player you can't think of any questions we should ask?
Not that I can think of.
Same move. Yeah.
Because you've already asked the stuff that...
Yeah, I've racked my brain, but, you know, I can sometimes miss the obvious, which is why it's worth asking everybody.
Does Kayana have something to chip in on that?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Unfortunately not at this time. I couldn't think of any other questions to kind of ask.
Alright, well, we'll grab our cargo and head off.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Load that up. Presume that goes smoothly.
Okay, so considering you got a speeder truck, it doesn't take too long to
Yep.
pass along town. Do you drop at your ship first to unload the majority of it?
Yeah, because that's going to take longer. So yeah, we'll do our ship first. I will go up onto the ship and say, Kayana, it's got an interesting little complication to take into consideration.
What's happened?
From what I can
Explain.
tell, our lovable companion Broom Broom Crash got a call in the middle of the night from a asking for transport to Elrood, and they agreed very quickly to the cost of 250 credits each. And I have a
What choice? Who asked?
Yeah, that was my response when he first told me to. And wait, what the... But, you know, we don't know... It sounds like they don't have a biological owner. So, the best guess that we're making is that they are looking to be independent, or maybe they're working with one of those groups that is anti-empire. Or I'd rather say anti-E, and kind of, you know, give indication, because I'm worried that if our ship's bugged, then Empire might trigger some recording device or something. Can't be too paranoid, I don't think, in this universe. Not when there's Inquisitors around. Yeah, so, that's happening. So, I'm gonna get Khalid to travel with Brum Brum, because he's got the droid skills, and we can power them down while we're travelling to reduce the risk of them being found. So if you're okay with sticking with us and helping to load up the freight we've just bought, that would be awesome.
So if Khalid's going with you and Kayana's going with you...
No, Khalid's going to go with Brum Brum Crash. But I'm asking Kayana to help load our stuff onto the ship. To stay on the freighter, because she originally came with Brum Brum. So I'm like,
Okay.
rather than going back with Brum Brum, could you stay here so I can send Khalid
I just
with
get a
Brum
little
Brum?
confused.
Yeah. But yeah, I was making the assumption that she probably would have assumed that she would continue to travel with Brum Brum. Unless she wanted to hang around and keep an eye on those really annoying cats to make sure they didn't get up to any mischief.
There are new scratch marks on her armor.
Yeah. Sure, she appreciates those. They'll buff out, I assure you.
Okay. So, what do you do now?
I was just giving room in case Kayana wanted to respond.
I think Stephen.
Yeah,
All
she said
good.
soon.
And sorry about this. I will be driving home now, so I'll be on and off.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, no, I thought she said like 30 minutes or so I didn't know if that time had passed. And
Okay, so that brings us to Khalid and Thea heading towards Brum Brum Crash's place.
Yep, and then unloading our 16 crates, or loading up our 16 crates. Once that's done, calm the droids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yes, you reach there without any real difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
No one seems to be watching Brum Brum's ship at this stage because he hasn't launched put in a departure time.
Yeah, okay.
All his fans got him the first day, and he's not made any appearances. No one's rocked up to video him today.
Did you think about that too with the droid? They could very easily be on film getting onto your ship.
Well, there's no one here at the moment.
So when you comms those droids and you send them a text or whatever, make sure they're covered up. You know, even though we probably don't know how to do the term, make sure they're Jediing it. The whole robe and...
You don't happen to know what type of droids they are?
No.
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 That's just crazy questions.
Yeah.
Yes. It was midnight.
Someone was
You don't think of
thinking
these questions at midnight.
500 credits. I don't blame you. I would have taken them for different reasons.
I was thinking of the upgrades I can do with my ship.
Mm-hmm.
Like have a little droid area.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea.
Okay, so it doesn't take
500 credits is not going to pay for that though.
Yeah, it is if I'm doing the work.
Oh, okay. Yeah, alright.
He can do it a lot cheaper than another person.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because I can do it at 10% of the cost.
10% of the cost.
So that means I'll need him to do the hidden compartments on my ship too. There you go. So, you know.
So 500 credits for me is
quite a lot.
Yeah, well, yeah. Look, I would have probably transported the droids for free because I'm one of those kinds of people.
In hindsight, I probably would have transported them for like 5,000 each. But,
Yeah.
if I had have known.
If they had 5,000 each, I wouldn't object to taking that to transport them.
Because if they had have just said.
Yeah, just be wary if the cred sticks that they give you got blood on it.
They're droids. Their cred sticks probably don't have blood on them.
He's just expecting that they mug someone for it.
Do droids mug people a lot?
Normally, if they're broke, droids normally don't have credits.
Yeah, no, but I'm like, how is that a thing in Star Wars?
Anything can mug anything.
Yeah, but is that like a known sort of?
Droids aren't considered smart enough to do that.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah.
I'd kind of be surprised if C-3PO could mug.
Yeah. Excuse me, sir. I would like your wallet.
Oh, my second spoon for you.
Yes. It'd be more likely
that we expect R2-D2 to be able to do that.
Yeah, I was just going to say, more likely the scenario would be R2-D2 would say, go ask that man for directions, and then while C-3PO is asking for directions, R2-D2 comes up behind him, shocks him, takes his wallet and spins off.
Well, R2-D2 has already is known for mugging droids as well.
Is he? Oh yeah, he is too.
Yeah.
Chopper's probably a good one to have.
Chopper will also do the same thing.
He will not just mug droids, he'll mug everybody, especially if it's got parts he wants.
Yeah, well, Chopper is also a war criminal.
Technically. Depends on whose side he is.
Wasn't he played by Eric Banner?
Chopper? I don't
Wrong
remember.
Chopper.
Okay. We're talking about rebels. Look, I remembered which
This
series.
chopper hasn't had his ears cut off.
Yeah. This chopper doesn't have any ears technically. He's like, is he an astromech?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Just not an R2 model.
Yeah, he's like orange and he's got like flatter shapes rather than dome and stuff. And he's kind of like R2D2 but a little bit dirtier in the sense of fighting dirty.
Okay, so you've loaded the your racer. You can see it sort of sitting low on its struts.
Yeah, so yeah, that's going to be a concern if you have to run, but thankfully you're a good pilot. So do our droids turn up?
Well, we haven't messaged them yet.
Oh,
because
okay.
he said to wait until
we've
loaded all the stuff.
We're all loaded up, ready to go.
Okay, I shall go in and press the button and go, hoi hoi,
Make sure you've covered up and disguised as much as possible.
It's now time for the
Boarding.
the passengers to arrive. Please make sure
You hear a tink, 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 tink on the door of the hangar.
Yep. I will let them in if I hear that, since he's probably on the ship commings them.
Please make sure that you're covered up.
I'll open the... I'm guessing there's a small side door. I'll open that. Are they covered?
As the door opens up, that you can hear, please make sure you're covered, coming through the comms.
Yeah, and Thea's just gonna make a... Yes.
You see a white astromech and a golden protocol droid standing there.
Okay. Are they covered at all?
No.
Okay. I get them inside.
He has that shocked look of, covered? What do you mean covered?
I get them inside.
And I suddenly hear your voice, and it's like, and I just hang up.
Yeah. I will introduce them as I am the leader of my little group of people. I understand that you're after transport.
My counterpart here has arranged transport.
Yes, to Elrood. I don't think... I'm fairly sure it's obvious that you guys don't have any kind of owner and that you want to stay off the radar.
Our owner wishes to avoid public relations issues.
I see. Okay. Do you have any kind of paperwork in case, for some reason or another, we get boarded?
Our paperwork has been filed correctly.
Okay. All right. We would prefer that while you were in flight, you were powered down to attract less attention. Would this be agreeable?
There's a pause.
Did they give any indication that my suspicions about them are anywhere near correct?
Well, they look at each other considering, to them you probably sound like a pirate. Yes, we'll fly to where you want to go. Just power off and be completely under our control.
Look, I'll try to reassure them and just say, look, okay, I'm going to start with this. How did you find us? What made you decide to travel with us?
We had a recommendation from a Master Kaggle.
I see. That's sort of legit.
He said that the esteemed Crash will be able to transport us to the planet of Elrood. Not that the name provides much in the way of encouragement.
Brum Brum Crash? I think
Yes,
it's
the
like,
esteemed Crash.
I believe it's ironic.
I believe it's due to the fact that he believes he will not crash because he has got Crash in his name. I think it's some Gungan thing.
As I said, I think it's ironic. Is that the...
Mises says it was probably a dad joke from my father.
I see. Right, yeah. Yeah, no, I know.
In hindsight. No, my father, yes, probably a dad joke.
Look, if their paperwork is in order...
The protocol unit goes, well, I have studied Gungans, and Gungans use a long-standing family name based on things that they saw when the family started.
Okay, so
a
he's
Boom Boom Crash.
the monoc.
And the esteemed crash over here comes from a long line of crashes.
Oh, I see. Well, so far he's managed not to crash an awful lot. It's his family that are just a little bit more...
I haven't crashed at all.
Well, I can't remember precisely. That's why I said, as far as I know, he hasn't crashed a lot.
Since
all.
Since I've been part
of our group, yeah.
Have not crashed at all.
Yeah. So his record is
Clear.
Yeah, in any of the races, did you crash? I think some of us crashed in the races, but I think you made it through.
No, when we were ambushed by the pirates, we made the choice to come back around and help you guys, and we got captured.
Okay, so, and when we did the other race, the proper sort of... Circuit race...
They did crash up.
We did crash? Yeah, so...
Right,
I think once, but, that's what I mean, you haven't crashed an awful lot. So any check I can do to kind of see if they just have no idea that they're highly illegal, but they are? I presume it's not.
They have mentioned Kaggle as one of their contacts.
Yeah. But they've said they've got an owner and their paperwork's in order, so I'm going to presume maybe Kaggle organised their paperwork for them, and
quite possibly
be thankful I didn't have to pay for paperwork for them, and yeah.
Or could I do an underworld check?
You could.
Yep.
Because I have 5 green. 5? Yeah, 5 green dice.
Okay,
did you want me to sort of assist you with that, since I do know a little bit of the underworld?
You can. What is your underworld skill?
I've got a skill of 1, and I've also got street smarts, if that helps.
I'm going to reckon
it would help if
and 4
you were doing it yourself.
Okay.
Did you want to do it?
You can be the one doing it.
Oh, no, I was just about to say, in that case, Ross can do it.
Which means that you end up with the... so what's your dice pool again?
Mine's 5 green.
So that means it would be 1 yellow, 4 green, and 1 blue.
For Mike, but if Ross were to do...
With Mike assisting Ross.
Oh, with Mike, so... 1 yellow, 4 green, 1 blue...
2 purple.
2 purple. And
you're right.
There seems to be one at the moment.
But there's a good yellow one.
Yeah, there's one good yellow one. And there's a few successes there.
Did that, so...
Yeah, I tend to move them into the middle.
That's a triumph and 4 successes.
Nice.
Okay. With the two of you looking at them, they do not act like underworld figures. And...
they don't sound like it.
They don't seem to be giving you some sort of look as if they're in trouble.
Okay.
And as a question to the party,
yep.
Can our droid tech do a scan on them for whether they are kaboomy?
Does the droid tech want to have a check to make sure they're not going to go kaboom?
Yeah, quick scan over them.
Okay, so what is your computers?
Oh,
my computers is I've got a skill of 1 out of 4.
You can assist that as well.
1 yellow and 4 green. Sorry, yes, 1 yellow, 4 green.
Okay, so you're just as good as Carl is at scanning it.
Oh no,
so
I've got 1 yellow and 3 green. He's 1 yellow, 4 green.
Right,
okay.
1 yellow, 4 green.
So working together again, you can still, even though it's your dice pool.
Yep.
Still work together, and it is 2 purple works well.
2 purple. Yep. And so that's it.
Mhm. So 2 purple means an average difficulty.
Ah, look, 1 blank again. What the?
Yeah, but it's a purple.
Ah, yeah.
Having the purple blank's not a bad thing.
There's always been 1 blank tonight.
Yeah.
Just 1 blank.
Well, I've seen some where the entire good dice are blank.
Yeah.
So that is 4 successes and 2 advantages.
Nice. No bombs. Or lots of bombs.
Okay, so scanning them over, you do see that the protocol droid has diplomatic credentials.
Maybe it's R2-3PO.
Yeah, well, you've got a gold droid and a white astromech. If it's not R2-D2 and C-3PO, I don't know who it is, but they're related. So, diplomatic credentials.
Could be C-4PO and
Yeah.
R3-D3.
Yeah.
R3-D3.
Protocol droid has diplomatic credentials, yep.
And what about the...
And the astromech seems to be a fairly old model, probably about 10 years old.
So, just as a player, does that place them around being R2-D2 and C-3PO?
About 10 years.
Because I can't remember what timing that we're at.
Timing wise, you would have placed R2 at new at about 15 to 20 years.
Okay, so probably not, but
But
nice
hard to tell.
thought.
Could be R1-C1. R1-D1. And C1PO.
Alrighty. I'll do they have names they want
Well,
to
they
be
haven't
known by?
introduced themselves to you because you didn't introduce yourself
Oh.
to them.
I did. I said I'm the leader of the group. My name's Thea.
You said leader of the group, you didn't actually say Thea.
Sorry, I meant
Oh,
to.
good.
Yep. So I asked, do you have names you'd like to be known by?
Yes. I am known as C3PO, human
Ah.
cyborg relations. And this is my companion, R2-D2.
There you go. Yeah, I don't know why R2-D2 isn't sort of over this way so we can see him because he's representing today. Now you need to get C3PO so that we can have representation during game. Move the stuff so we can go backwards and forwards a little bit.
Let's try and find the on-off button. B-O-N.
It's a shame he doesn't have R2-D2 noises plugged into him right now. There you go. Represent. We found a use.
There we go.
R2-D2 and C-3PO. This is Khalid, who's my second. He's going to be travelling with Brum Brum Crash. I'm going to be on another ship, and we're travelling to Elrood together. And we'll do our best to make sure you get there safely.
Yes, my counterpart here would be happy to assist with any calculations you need done.
Yeah, we might need that. Actually, let's change that to yes, please. Thank you very much. Can we keep him? Just so I don't have to roll anymore for astro navigation. Yeah, it's pretty shit. Well, technically my astro navigation is pretty good. I'm just not very good at actually applying it. You're just pressing random buttons on me.
Oh, there's only one button.
Oh,
that
there's
does
only one button.
That does the sounds.
Nice.
So
Nice. I like that he at least lights up. That's good. Pity he can't sound rude.
it possibly could be on one of the other chips. I wouldn't have a clue.
Well, I can see Martin looking in his book, so there might be more to come. Do any of these move? Like this little thing here?
No.
No. Oh, it's still...
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, you can manually
Manually.
move it, but still, that's
Oh,
kind of
and that one. Oh, not that one.
Moving
no.
parts.
Yes, it does. That one does.
That's it. That's all I can see.
So yeah, that one.
Yeah, so
the
they
back
all
does.
toggle a little.
Away. Books over here. Trying to find all the books, which is always easy to do.
It's not over this way or in the bedroom.
Give me a sec.
I was going to say, you have a lot of piles.
That's when I'm looking different things up. It's
You know
always-
which week it is, even if you forget, by the amount of books that run around the house. Hello to you too. I like that. All of that with one button.
And it's annoying that you can't just on command get the right.
Yeah, the right combination. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Considering how much you pay for it.
Yes.
Mm.
In US credits.
Still want that one. But I want to build it myself so I can have it in my own colours.
I would probably do another one, and I would actually.
My other option would be to paint. To paint it up after I build a pre-made one.
Well, I mean, you'd get more. Because you only get the little.
Yeah.
The clip-in bits.
Yeah.
As colours.
Yeah, so which would be the clipping bits on that one? Just
Would
those
be
bits? Yeah.
Those.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
That'd kind of be enough for me, but...
That's not. That
Oh,
would be
okay.
The leg piece
Yeah.
is different.
Yeah, so I'd probably just paint it myself and just hope not to mess it up.
Okay, so
Alright. You found your thing in your book?
found my thing.
That's when you buy a second one. And you get one that's not.
I don't think I'd need the excuse. It would just be I need a different colour scheme now. You shouldn't bring these things here. Now I want to spend a lot of money.
Yeah, you probably have to wait for the Australian dollar to improve against the US.
I was considering getting the R2 unit that worked as a projector until I realised it didn't do anything but standard definition. Which by the time high def was
We
out,
came so close though.
and it had a Millennium Falcon controller.
I'm like, I've put the money aside for this, and he's like, it only does standard definition. I'm like, well, what else do you want to spend it on? I think we went to PAX.
We did. Okay, so did you? What did you do with the astrogation chip that you were given?
I have it still.
Nothing yet because they're still in the hangar with my ship and.
Yeah, so I've got the Kaggle upgrade, which we need to put onto your ship and we'll put on my ship. That's the chip that you're talking about? Yep. So
we got two, did we?
You got one chip.
One chip, but we can share it between ships,
okay,
Martin said. So I will, after I accept R2-D2's help with astrogation, I'll explain. Kaggle has given us an upgrade to our nav systems for astrogation. Would you be happy to help with that, together with Brum Brum Crash?
First, half the credits.
Okay, so R2D2 gives you credits
His little...
up to 250.
Yep.
Apparently, C3PO is not trusted with credits.
No, no one would.
Well, he's a protocol droid.
Yeah.
Diplomatic protocol droid, which means that he should be able to lie as well.
That actually makes sense.
Would have asked for like 5,000 each.
Yeah, possibly could have, or at least gone to 1,000 each. Easy, without them objecting.
It was when he said that $100, 100 credits is considered.
You made the deal.
Obscene, so I was like, oh, okay.
My ethics means that I won't renegotiate the deal unless there's good reason, and I can't find good reason right now.
No, but if I had have known at the time of as soon as I said 250 and he said not a problem, I'm like, damn it, should have just gone for 5,000 each.
That's on you.
Yep.
But I empathise because I've made these mistakes too.
Okay, so
and have deeply regretted them.
He's happy to R2D2 is happy to do the coordinates for you to do the jump.
You're just having fun now.
So you can also get a soundboard for your phone, so you get the correct sound each time. But I haven't had that since I had my iPhone back in 15 years ago.
2011.
I'm going
12.
to find a soundboard.
You will. Either that or Ross will have texted you a link within like 2 seconds.
Yep.
Okay. So yes,
Excuse me.
did you want it? Did you want the coordinates sorted out before you leave?
Yes.
Okay.
That's wise, right?
As long as you leave within half an hour, it's generally.
How long will
Viable.
it take
Okay.
to get from
For me to get
this
back to my
hangar
ship
to-
and hang up and take
probably
off?
about 20 minutes or so.
Okay.
So wait until you get back to your.
Is that possible?
It is. You can actually wait until you're
Yep.
next to each other and
Yep.
communicate discreetly instead of going, everyone, here's the
Yeah.
coordinates and
Yeah.
Well,
let's
what-
do that.
What I could do is I can fly over
Yep.
near your hangar
Yep.
and just hover.
And then when we take off, we can.
You hear a lot of beeping from the R2 unit. Sounding very disparaging of that idea.
Okay. What is your
and-
suggestion?
Can I email the
I don't think they have email here.
holomail?
The recommendation is basically ship-to-ship communication while out of
Fine.
the atmosphere.
Yeah. So
So
that's
we both fly up and then
that's what I originally thought was going to happen. Was
Right.
that we'll meet up out of atmosphere and then go together. Was that him saying yes or no?
yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So, he does the astrogation
Yeah, I was
check
going to
for
say,
you.
I can get your dice if you want, but you've got it in hand. Can you reach that okay? That doesn't seem good. But...
Okay, so he feels really good about the check.
Oh. This is R2-D2. This shouldn't happen.
Well, and
It's because you rolled it. I should have rolled
I
it.
know.
Technically, it was for us.
So that is 6 advantages and 1 failure. 1 net failure.
Yeah, I feel like I should stand my ground and say we should have rolled.
I should have done my own astrogation check.
Well, it depends. Do you trust the droid or not?
Hang on. What was he? He was 4 yellow. I'm 3 yellow, 2 green, and a blue.
Do you want to coordinate with him?
Sure. Looks like you need some help.
So it's 3 yellow.
3 yellow, 2 green, 1 blue.
Well, if he's coordinating with the R2 unit, there would be take one of the green away and put a yellow in.
Oh, okay. So this would be a completely different role, not a role that he's doing.
Yes.
To double check.
If you coordinate with someone, you're basically sharing your dice pool.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I guess the point
Yep.
was Mike's
And then
just
roll
like
that-
double checking.
Roll that with a purple dice.
Okay.
Because Kagos has made the jump along the Elrood run easy.
Okay. All right. But from the changing your tone, that's not something we would normally legally do in game.
Right, so
If he meant to do it, then I could say, okay, so that was what the role was meant to be.
Okay.
that
All
one
right.
buggered off, and
So the one
I
you just
have-
touched, the yellow one with the 2 stars,
Goes
pick that
with
up and
this.
pick the purple one up.
Yep.
So that means your result is 6 successes into advantages, which
Yeah.
is quite a useful
It's
check.
because you rolled first.
Well,
Your GM touch just tainted
Good job,
that
buddy.
die.
well, you should know. Don't let the GM touch your dice.
I'm like, wait a minute now.
Mm. I wasn't sure because it's a NPC.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah, same here. I wasn't sure either, but I'm like, technically.
So yes, you make it back to your ship without any problems. Looks like Kayana has had a bit of fun with some people who look like they wanted to mess with the ship.
Oh, okay. What happened there?
Well, they seem to be all tied up and
Oh, so we've got a nice, neat, tied up package sitting in the hangar off to one side?
Yeah.
What do they look like?
well, they just look like some thugs.
I see.
Yeah.
Generic thugs?
Hmm.
Alright.
No, looks like no one special.
Are they, like,
But
unconscious?
Shane's way off.
Are they unconscious now?
They would look pretty unconscious. They look like they've been battered and bruised. You have a feeling she's been practicing her kickboxing.
Don't have any bounties on them, do they?
I was just about to say that. Can we
This is not the easiest place to get bounties.
Okay. Well, I was just thinking, we could hand them over to Kaggle, so, he could have one of his bounty hunters hand them in. I'm tempted to send a message to Kaggle and say, oh, there's a couple of thugs here. You might want to see if there's bounties on them, and you could collect that if you have a bounty under spare.
Okay. So, while you're taking off, Broom Broom Crash keeps hearing the protocol droid ask him questions.
Asking him questions?
Yes.
Yep. What kind of questions?
Oh, it seems to be rather inane questions. Has absolutely nothing to do with flying, racing.
Oh, I was just wondering if you're going to roleplay that.
And he's asking a whole lot about the Naboo and what you did on there.
Yeah. So where you come
and your
from.
family and what the crashes do for stuff at the moment.
Misa
concentrating.
Have we taken off yet?
This is probably why you're taking off and flying. He's
Misa,
distracting you while flying.
Misa busy at the moment because I had a better astrogation check than you did.
Khalid, take over. Not the ship, take over, distracting the droid.
So Misa will let our droid tech talk to you for a bit. And I can talk to you once we're out of the system.
Yeah. Gets to be Khalid's turn.
So what does Khalid say to the golden protocol droid? As it turns to you expectantly.
What, he wants to know about the Gungan?
Well, he hasn't really been introduced to you fully yet.
You could introduce yourself to him. Is it obvious he's a Mandalorian to the C-3PO? No.
Most likely still wearing his armor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does he know what a Mandalorian is?
You have no idea.
Okay, alright.
So, you've interacted with Mandalorians?
Yes, I have interacted with lots of species, and he goes into the big spiel of how many species he's interacted with, how many languages he knows, and how important he is, and how...
Okay, while he's basically talking to himself, I'm going to speak to the R2 unit and ask him if he does this a lot.
The R2 unit basically responds, he never shuts up, to a how rude from the protocol droid.
That's his line.
Yes.
I can just hear Boomer go, that's my line, back to himself.
So Misa was going to say how rude, but...
So, I'm getting a feeling that basically C-3PO is basically the one who distracts it while the R2 unit goes off and does his thing.
Quite possibly, because the R2 unit looks like it has sized you up quite definitely.
Yeah, they might take our ship. Well, your ship.
No.
I'm glad it's me on the other freighter. For more reasons than one.
So, the C-3PO's the face and you're the rest.
The muscle.
The muscle.
Well, it does say it is the mechanic capable of doing all the calculations necessary to fix most things.
With help.
Yeah.
And then its beeps are non-translatable.
That's what you get.
Misa says, beep you too.
It almost sounded like you said beep you, beep you. Which is appropriate for a PG game.
At which point 3PO goes, how rude to both of you.
Shuffles back, takes you both in.
2PO does say that he is hoping you can drop him at his master ship.
On Elrood?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, well, I thought he was going to say, well... that, I guess...
Yeah, that'll cost you an extra 4,500 credits.
Yeah. That wasn't the deal. It was to get you to Elrood.
Which is Smuggler's Run is usually where we go, but... for an extra charge, you could possibly negotiate that.
The R2 unit turns and looks at you.
I don't know. If the master is Anakin by now, do you want that? The
What?
extra charge? You're not going to get away with it, I'll tell you that much.
I'm staying out of this thing.
I'm not there, but, you know,
Yeah.
I love asking the,
Devil's advocate.
yeah.
So,
If
he
you kept
does,
it reasonable, maybe.
the archer unit does beep at you. How much?
What?
1 credit, fine.
No.
Dink, done.
I'll go 1,000 credits.
1,000 credits total, done.
Yes. I was thinking of more upgrades.
Well, they agreed pretty quickly, so again, you possibly could have pushed your luck, but...
I could have. But
And you're metagaming by thinking in the back of your head, if it's Anakin Skywalker, I really don't want to be considered the person ripping him off. So
it could be Leia.
could be, and
be.
you know, you'd probably get a lecture and no blaster, but you know.
And, well, hey, an extra 500 credits is not bad.
500 or 1,000?
He said 1,000 total.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh,
yeah.
1,000 total.
Yeah.
So that's 500 credits. Yeah.
Oh.
It is R2 after all negotiating with you.
Yeah, he meant to. So.
Oh. Right. Okay.
I'm glad you
All
outlined that because I was writing this down.
Yeah. So did I.
Yeah, I think the Gungan thought it was 1,000 each. It sounded like, for me, it just
Yeah.
sounded like, yep, it's 500 each,
Yeah.
1,000
alright.
total.
Alright,
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
1,000.
Instead, it's an extra 250 each.
Well, 1,000 is 1,000 more than I had.
1,000 is better than 500.
And hey, asking someone who's very shrewd to part with money is not always easy. You could probably have gotten 10 times that from C-3PO.
Can we ask them if well, because they're like kind of vintage robots, can we ask them if they know where we can get some parts for
MT-70
MT-70?
parts?
Okay, so yes, R2 does respond to you in beeps saying that his master should have some parts on hand.
You know for certain that Thea's willing to buy stuff.
Yep.
So
For a
yeah.
price?
Look,
Probably.
Also, what about programs?
And
That's the other thing.
sorry, which programs?
Droid. I could put together droids.
Now, normally you'd need all the pieces, such as the hardest part to come by is the brain components.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we need those harder pieces. So,
That's why
While
most
the
people-
easiest part is just getting it from another droid, but yeah.
That's the main way people get it when they don't buy the whole unit.
Yeah.
I'd very much be happy to pay for parts. MT-70 has been adopted fully, so we want to repair him.
And the funny thing is, sometimes the droids will talk to each other.
These two droids?
Some of them can, yes.
Yeah, that would be
Once
awesome.
one
wouldn't it?
starts, the other one can start up, and they can have a whole conversation.
That
and
would be
some
awesome.
of the releases they've had. Not sure if these two do it, but some
I
can.
don't know.
Okay, so yes, you've got your coordinates. You're in space.
We're heading for Elrood. We're not quite sure who the master is that we're going to meet, but I'm probably going to have to pay far too much for MT-70 parts. You okay?
I was going to bring it back in this box. but
I see.
Not
Yep.
with.
Okay, so you arrive
That's cool.
in
I didn't realise I could move.
Elrood, getting yourself to a point where you're not on their census, considering you've now got highly illegal contraband.
I presume the update that Kaggle gave us would have given us a route towards, that we could avoid a lot of people.
And so you come in.
So this is not going to be a carryover one. Because we've arrived, unless you've arrived in Elrood Endgame.
And you're behind the moon out of most of their senses.
Alright, do we have coordinates for the master thing? The people we're dropping them off at, or?
Well, you'd be dropping them off at the smuggler's strip because anywhere else would get you into trouble.
Didn't they ask us to drop them off at their master's ship?
That was what the droids did, but I'm saying, and you know that you wouldn't be able to drop them off using Brum Brum Crash's ship.
Okay.
Because he'd get into a lot of trouble with the Elroodians because he built it himself.
Okay, alright. So, how then are we going to do this then?
You can both land at Smuggler's Strip.
Okay, alright.
And then go from there to somewhere else.
Yeah, okay. So, we'd probably leave Crash's ship at the Smuggler's Strip and take the droids to their master ship in ours.
I'm guessing there has to be pointed upwards or it doesn't pop off.
Possibly.
But now he doesn't have his ears. He can't hear.
Yeah. But
or make faces at us.
He goes in the box. Easier.
We're humans. We anthropomorphize. You've de-eared the puppy.
The puppy bot.
The puppy bot. That's pretty much what we called MT-70. Was oh puppy.
Good, yes. I'll give you a piloting roll to come in and land your ships.
Okay. So do you want to do yours first, Brum Brum?
Sure.
What is your piloting? Is that Planetary Mountain?
It is piloting space.
Piloting
space.
Okay, I have
ship.
3 yellow, 1 green, 1 blue.
Well, 2 blue because it's your ship. Your ship gives you an extra blue, which is not on the sheet at the moment because it's unique to your ship.
Right, okay. And what purple?
It would be so you also gain some extra blue. Sorry, I got to get the because your handling adds to it.
So 3 yellow,
Where's your
1
vehicle?
green, 2
Your
blue.
handling of 2 adds another 2 blue. And it would be a hard landing, so it would be 3 purple.
You're right.
Yeah. Alright, so 3 yellow, 1 green, 4 blue, 3 purple. I picked up another yellow. No, I've got another one.
Oh,
Yep.
right.
See? Oh, 2 blanks.
That gets rid of the purple.
Okay, so with your 2 ones of those, I can go that and that.
Nice.
That means you end up with
Just put
quite a
these
few
into
successes
you.
as you come in for landing without any issues at Smuggler's Strip.
Nice.
Hooray!
I don't think either me or Kayana or Ash have that many dice. I've got 1 rank in planet space and 2 in agility.
Well,
I have 1 rank and 3 in agility, so that just gives me an extra green compared to you.
You're
whereas
slightly
Ash
better.
has 2 yellow and 3 green.
We'll go with
So-
Ash.
We go with Ash.
Yep. He turned up at the start of the game, right?
Yep, 2 yellow, 3 green.
2 yellow, 3 green.
Against
Any assistance we can give you?
Give me a second, just
Yep,
looking
take
up
your
your
time.
ship because it's only on your sheet.
Yep.
Sorry, I've got it here.
Bye bye.
You get 1 black dice for your handling. And,
Here it is. Sorry. 2 yellow, 3 green.
and 3 purple.
And is either myself or Kayana able to assist? Probably Kayana. She's got
Neither of you have anything you can add to the pool.
Oh, okay, alright. And
Not
no blue
really.
or anything?
What was that?
No blue or anything?
No blue.
Okay.
Nah.
I really gotta do better at this flying stuff.
I believe in you. You got this.
Oh, well, at least something turned up black.
Okay, so that,
Yep. And then...
that, and that.
Yep.
Return that to one of those, and I take both
That
of those
and that.
away.
So
And so you also
turned
come in
out
for
well.
a successful landing, and I think we end up finishing the session with you both landing on the strip, and next session selling your contraband.
Yay!
Yeah, doing illegal things.
And see how much you can sell it for.
Yeah.
Should be-
Hopefully by then I've upgraded my XP and maybe worked on a bit of negotiation, although I might need it in piloting more or astro navigation, since 3 ranks is not doing me a heck of a lot of good.
Depends now that you've got the updated hard to get maps. As long as you keep that updated, you'll have an easier time traveling. It's because you're operating off the Galactic Map Service, which doesn't really update Elrood that often. It's like your astro coordinates were using a Melways 10 years out of date. To travel to Sydney.
I survived off a Melways that was 10 years out of date just fine for the entirety of 2002 while travelling between East Ringwood, where was it? Not Hagemar was what?
I can't remember that.
Wherever my aunt lived. Not Eltham. Anyway, Burwood in the city.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you, there was one really horrible time where for 45 minutes... Sorry,
just trying to wrap the game
Oh,
up
sorry,
because we're still
yeah.
recording.
apologies.
Okay, so yes, is there anything you'd like to add before I go into end credits and then Ariadna can finish?
Oh, I don't have to finish. It's not an important story.
No.
It's just about me getting lost.
No, can't think of anything.
Okay, I shall put us on to end credits and then you'll find out a little bit more.
Oh, you're not going to do like a sound of... No, I'm
No.
kidding. I'm teasing.